Some time back, I received, in the name of our country, the bodies of 4 Marines who had died while on active duty. I said then that there is a special sadness that accompanies the death of a serviceman, for we're never quite good enough to them. Not really, we can't be, because what they gave us is beyond our powers to repay. And so when a serviceman dies, it's a tear in the fabric, a break in the whole, and all we can do is remember. It is, in a way, an odd thing to honor those who died in defense of our country, in defense of us, in wars far away. The imagination plays a trick. We see these soldiers in our mind as old and wise. We see them as something like the founding fathers, grave and gray-haired. But most of them were boys when they died, and they gave up 2 lives, the one they were living and the one they would have lived. When they died, they gave up their chance to be husbands and fathers and grandfathers. They gave up their chance to be revered old men. They gave up everything for our country, for us. We owe them a debt we can never repay. All we can do is remember them and what they did and why they had to be brave for us.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Memorial Day weekend. Since we're doing the show today and I will be working tomorrow, we had a little moment of a great speech from Ronald Reagan on the sacrifice that people make for freedom. Hopefully, everyone is doing well. I am doing better. I'm still about 90%, still not 100%. I did work 60 hours this week, but every day I'd come home, I'd have to put the leg up. It was sore, tired. It would get a little puff, not nearly like it was, but get a little puff to it. So a little swelling, still a little bit of pain here and there, but doing much, much better. Can't complain. Can't complain. Who would listen? Who wants to listen to complaints? You know? Good morning, BW. Thank you. That looks delicious. So I made a variation of the Filipino sea log. I couldn't find any of that wonderful chili and oil that you had got me. So I used some spicy chili crisp garlic and made the sea log with some pork belly that I had marinated in some spices and oil and a little bit of hot honey. So you sort of made a spicy dish. And I cooked that in the air fryer to make a delicious breakfast. So you have your Filipino silog is your rice and egg and normally just roasted garlic, although I use the chili crisp garlic. And then the for the meat portion, we did the pork belly. So I scored it and cooked it in the air fryer. Scored the fatty top, cut it into 4 cubes, and fried it in the air fryer. It was delicious. I'm not going to lie. I don't know if it was as good as our dear friend Mo's breakfast. However, he did send me a picture this morning of his breakfast, as he is apt to do on Sunday mornings, sometimes Saturdays. But he had a delicious Turkish eggs this morning that looked a lot like this. So that's a chilber. So it's like a garlicky yogurt sauce with a spicy sauce on top of the eggs. And it's just delicious. You mop that up with that toast. Delicious. Hard to beat. Hard to beat. When the sun is warm on the West Coast, I will do an unboxing. Ooh, BW. BW, he moved on from a couple of pieces, so I'm kind of curious what we're going to have up, what he's going to unbox for us. Should be very interesting. Annika Gupta, welcome. I don't think I've seen you here before. Says, where is Rolex? We'll get to some Rolex talk here. We had a Rolex unboxing last week, and I have to get back to Harry. He sent me an email. I was so busy at work this week, and I would come home. I was so tired. I would just basically put the leg up and try and rest. I was beat this week. Beating that infection was hard. It was hard. But Harry sent me a very nice email. I gotta respond. So if you're listening, Harry, I did get your email, and I'll respond this week. I apologize. It just really sucked. That this infection sucked the life out of me at certain points. It's hard. But thank you again. He unboxed a Rolex Daytona, a black Rolex Daytona last week on the show. A beautiful watch. Small. I always think the Daytona is small, but that's because I prefer my chronographs instead of being, they say 40, but I think they're more like 38 and a half on the Daytona. I prefer a good solid 44 and a quarter millimeter watch. Again, I'm rocking the Super Racing Speedmaster by Omega with the Spirate system. It is good stuff. It is good stuff. BW reminds us that he has a significant piece to unbox. Jeez. I'm very curious. The link is pinned at the top for anybody who wants to jump on the panel. Or anybody who has something that they would like to talk about, please put it in the chat. Doesn't look like we have a lot of people going here. But that's all right. We will pick up as the day goes on. I did tell the what's her name? The wristwatch chick. I can't remember what name she's going for. But she was talking about doing a live stream show. I'm like, Sundays at 10. I've been trying to quit for years. But alas, here we are again. But Brian says, link for Sherman the dog. Sherman's getting fat. Oh, he's getting fat. Especially the last few weeks, I haven't been able to do a lot with him with the leg situation. So he's gotten even lazier, if you can believe it. If you can believe that a dog could get lazier than Sherman. Link for Sherman. Well, there's The link is pinned at the top. I mean, if she's blind, maybe he can't see it. Link for Sherman. Sherman, for those of you who might be new, is my blind double dapple dachshund. Let's scroll down through here. I'm sure there's some. There he is, doing a little sunbathing. He's not quite as fat in this picture. He's a couple years old. But he was born with microphthalmia, small eye syndrome, totally blind, but a love bug just the same. We love the Sherman. How could you not love that face? He's pretty darn cute. He is a blind double dapple piebald dachshund. I guess when they breed them to be those colors, they get a lot of birth defects. And normally the puppies with the birth defects get put down. Someone grabbed him. He ended up at a shelter for a day or two. It was hard because he was blind at the shelter, so he was fostered. And that's where I got him from. Direct from the foster. Guy cried when he gave him to me. He loved Sherman. He said he was one of the few dogs he's fostered that he's really going to miss. He is a little love bug. He loves everyone and everything, and he's just a good dog. So he needs a bath, though. He's a little stinky. Maybe we'll give Sherman a bath this afternoon. He's a little smelly. I got him this new bed that has this little thingy and like a little cover thing, and he gets himself all inside there, and I think he just sweats all night. Poor dog. What's going on in the watch world aside from BW, who's going to have a significant unboxing coming up? Stay tuned for that. Spread the word. I forget the two pieces he told me he moved on from last week, but they were pretty significant pieces. And so this should be a pretty big unboxing, I would think. But the link is in the chat and pinned at the top for anybody who wants to jump on. We can go look at my boys. I'm actually going to go to an event next month with my guys at Joyce's Jewelers are doing a Norqain event. We pull up some Norqain watches here. They're an authorized Norqain dealer. Norqain also is the official watch of the NHL. And Sidney Crosby's been seen rocking some sort of wild one, I think, or maybe a wild one skeleton. Norqain, a watch I like, but not a fan of some of the new pricing on the some of the newer movements. I think they're getting a little bit out of where I'm comfortable. You know, I'm kind of like always thought of them as like a $2,500 and under brand. Now they seem to be reaching out into some higher spaces in the watch world. Might help if I shared the link. So here's some Norqain watches. Not bad looking watches. Just don't know that I need a Norqain. I always thought for just a kind of a simple run around three-hander, this was a good looking watch. 100 meters worth of water resistance. Just kind of a nice fume, great a black dial. Very simple. I like the hands. I thought that was just a nice looking watch. Some of their GMTs and skeleton models, the wild ones, get up in price a little bit. This is like $2,720. I don't think this is the movement that they're getting from Tudor. It's probably, I see this like this ice blue 4490. Yeah, I'm not sure what movement's in that one either. It's a NN20/2. Not really saying. The Freedom 60 GMT. Nice looking watch. And ice blue is a popular color these days. Yeah, it seems they seem a bit expensive for what they are. I'm looking forward to going. Yeah, exactly, $4,500. I'm looking forward to going just to meet some people, see some people, more than the watches themselves. You know, it's nice to get together with other watch movement or watch people. Brian says that one has the B01 movement. Okay, there you go. I stand corrected. It still seems expensive. What are you going to do? But Norqain's an interesting brand. I know Brian's owned a couple, him and his wife. You do the engraving thing on the side, and they're not bad watches. It's just they seem a little expensive for what you're getting. In my humble Lucha opinion. Let's see if they got anything new in the pre-owned catalog. We got Top Time, Bremont, a classic fusion in black. Still got the all black. Looks like they sold. I saw the other day they had taken back in again on trade my creamsicle. It looks like it's gone again. My creamsicle has been in and out of that store 3 or 4 times. It's a big watch. It's 43.5. Not quite as big as this, but it's a big watch. And it's thick because it is a 600-meter diver. See if they got anything new in the Omega catalog. Oh, they got a lot new in the Omega catalog. You got the titanium and bronze gold. It just seems like a lot for Seamaster 300 Professional, 300M Professional. So you got 2 white moon watches. If you're looking for a white moon watch, shout out to my boys Zach and Tim at Joyce's Jewelers. They will take care of you. Excellent pricing, great service. They'll deliver anywhere in the country. Got a black lacquer Aquaterra, dark side of the moon. Since last I looked, we just looked at the No Time to Die last week. John D was all about me buying a No Time to Die. It's hard to justify that increase in price. And a lot of that is bond tax. It's a cool looking watch, but it's only grade 2 titanium. It's not like it's grade 5 titanium it's made out of. And it's cool looking, but I mean, you lose the exhibition back, you lose the ceramic bezel and the ceramic dial. You lose the date, which I'm okay with, but it's a lot more money. I mean, when you compare these watches, see, look at that James Bond, No Time to Die, 10,600 now with the new price increase versus 6,200 with basically the same movement, except you get a date in the 8,800. Ceramic bezel insert, ceramic dial, exhibition case back. Integrated bracelet instead of the straight bar. I don't know. It's hard to justify that difference in price. It really, really is. But that's just my thoughts on the matter. What do you guys think? Seems like it's very quiet today. Not a lot of talking in the chat. So, but that's what's going on with my boys over at Joyce's. Let's see if they still have the Orises that I like. Let's see if anything's coming in Oris. Oh, the Taste of Summer has come in. Yes. Another trash motif. The cherry. It's a good looking watch. Nice looking pieces. Still say if I could find one of these around $3,000, could be a watch I would buy. The Colson limited edition 3D printed carbon fiber. It's got the caliber 400 in it. They're in-house movement, but what a great watch. Light as heck. Just kind of cool looking. I am dying to get it. I love Oris. I haven't had an Oris in about a year. I do Jones every once in a while. They just make nice looking watches. They're not super expensive. For the most part, they just make some nice looking pieces. But then I buy them and I don't wear them very much. I end up selling them. A lot of times those go to like friends and non-watch people that just like the watch and say something just silly like, hey, if you're going to get rid of that, let me know. And I do. What are you going to do? Brian is almost awake. That must mean he is starting his second cigarette and his French baguette, his French breakfast, his cup of strong coffee. Hopefully strong coffee, because he needs to wake up. Curly was on last night. I kind of fell asleep, so I'm assuming, Brian, maybe that after work you went on, and we're on for hours. It happens. It's easy. It happens. My plan for the day, do this show, get the leg up, let it continue to heal. And tomorrow we're working 10 to 2 at the old dealership. I did make a little one. Let me find it. There we go. Let's share this tab.
America, sweet America, God shed his grace on thee, and crowned thy good. America, sweet America, God shed his grace on thee, and crowned thy good.
Oh, tribute to the dealership there. Put the breakfast back up. But we will be working from 10 a.m. until 2 later if there's customers, as usual. It'll be a nice short day. It's better than, 9 to 8, which really turns into 8:30 till 8, 8:30, 9, 9:30, whatever time we end up getting out. And then I can be off on Tuesday, which will be nice. Get a little bit more rest. I did get something. Hold on one second. Something did come in that I had mentioned. I haven't had a lot of time to play with it. It got here late. So I got it yesterday. But on the Tuesday Watch Hangout show, the bad influencers over there got me to look at the Timex website. And Timex, although, no one's going to say, oh, Timex are the greatest watches in the world. Good morning, Urko. Good to see you, sir. They have been doing a lot of interesting things, including, so this is, I believe the name of this watch is the Timex Q 1982. I bought it basically for my watch box. But I bought it more out of nostalgia's sake because now I have both Timex that I had Ali Raza, hey, Lucia, it's been a while. I'm off to late church, but I wanted to say hello, certainly, and glad to hear your voice after your health scare. Thank you, sir. Always good to see you. Ali Reza, big supporter of the show and of my Instagram channel. But I did pick up, so this isn't really like a BW style unboxing, but it was kind of a cool watch because I owned this watch in college and they did a reissue of it. But it's an Anadici Timex. So I think on the Timex website it was on $180. I found a dealer selling one on eBay for $149, and I bought it. Took forever to ship it, but there it is. I gotta set it and do all kinds of stuff with it that I haven't done. But like I said, I got it yesterday when it came in. It still got plastic on it, for God's sakes. But what a cool kind of nostalgia piece, you know? Like I said, I had two Timexes in college. I had the Iron Man, and I had one of these. Now, the one of these I had was on a leather strap, which they didn't offer. But it was, like I said, it was nostalgia. I bought it for nostalgia purposes because back in the day, I wasn't a rich college student. I was not one of those, that's for sure. It's got a little plastic piece on there, keeping that too. I was just a kind of average, everyday lucha, you know? But I always wore a watch. I always liked watches. So during college, I had my Iron Man that I wore a lot, you know, because I biked a lot and played a lot of, I went to Penn State, so I didn't play. I played intramural sports because, you know, it wasn't good enough to make the Penn State squads. But I played a lot of hockey, football, baseball, softball, basketball, soccer, whatever I could play intramural-wise, I did. And it was cool. It was cool to have the Iron Man back in the day. And this was just sort of like if I wasn't, you know, running around doing something, to have a little bit nicer looking of a watch because you wanted a proper watch. But the digitals were so big back then that these Anti-Digis I really liked because it kind of gave you the best of both worlds because I preferred even back then an analog watch. But to have something that was a little bit more modern was cool. Orca says, looks great, Lucha. Timex has been killing it lately. I've been drooling over some of the Japanese only releases. Yeah, there's some cool stuff. Like I said, Robert and Genji and Mitch, those guys got me over to the Timex website. When I saw that, my jaw dropped because I was like, wow, that's a watch I used to have. You know, who doesn't love to see that? Who doesn't love to see Brian?
Hello.
Hello, Brian the Pipe. How are you?
Well, bonjour, Monsieur Marc.
Bonjour. Were you up late last night?
I worked a little late, and then I got,
Did you get curly?
Yeah, I got curlied. It was fun.
Yeah, I'm going to catch some of the replay today when I'm relaxing, but I saw he was on. I was so tired. I just went to bed.
I was not tired last night because I worked and I was up and I was hyped up, and then I wasn't tired until I woke up this morning.
Aha.
Yeah. Did
you hear the big news?
You bought and sold 3 of the same Omegas over the past week.
No. That would not be news. That wouldn't even be news anymore.
Well, the weather and the traffic are part of the daily news shows, so I figured.
Yeah. No, BW has a big unboxing coming up.
Uh-oh.
And I can't, he told us last week the 2 watches he moved on from, and I can't remember what they were now because my brain is mush. And remind me at the end of the show to email Harry back because he sent me a real nice email. And I worked 60 hours this week and I just would come home, put my leg up and fall asleep.
Yeah.
You know, speaking of BW, he says, hi, Brian. BW, what were the 2 watches you moved on from that my brain is clogging on?
Yeah, he might not be able to tell you because I may be unboxing them.
Oh, there you go, Brian. Brian may be unboxing them.
Uh, no, but Mark, I am pretty sure on Wednesday night, on this upcoming Wednesday night on the OC channel or somewhere, one of those,
Mm-hmm.
I'll have an unboxing.
One of those rogue renegade places.
Yeah, I'll have an unboxing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yep.
That's cool. Did you
And
move or is this an addition?
This is currently statused as filling one of the holes.
We did talk that there were a couple holes in the box. Oh, here we go. He traded the blue ceramic IWC pilot and the Bumblebee. Yes, 2 significant pieces. So I remember when he.
I'm sorry. I only see one significant piece, and I see a Swatch Group shitter.
Oh, stop it.
Well.
So the Omega Aquaterra Bumblebee was the first, was the greater than 15,000 Gauss watts, the first amagnetic coaxial movement.
As we say here in France, it was many mille Gauss.
Many mil Gauss it could withstand.
It could withstand 3 French hookers. It was many mille Gauss.
Many. But that's cool. What do you think of my breakfast? I'm guessing my breakfast was better than yours.
I don't know. I kind of like the taste of my tobacco and my coffee. So as the French would say, fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you, American, until we need you to rescue us again.
Yes.
Then we like you.
Then we will like you again. But until then, do not fly over our country.
Yeah. Fuck you.
Are you working this weekend?
Today I am not working, and I don't know what time I will be having to hop off the stream here because I have a very important very young lady coming over.
Oh, the granddaughter.
Yeah, now that you're going to be the first pool day of the summer. So
nice. Now, do you let her see and play with the tutor?
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think she quite understands it yet.
Well, I mean, she's like a little over 1 year old, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yep. And I've actually got I've got a very tiny pipe that's hers. That's
nice.
I don't think her parents are exactly excited.
Well,
but yeah, screw them.
They're probably happier about the watch, I'm sure.
Well, they don't care. They're not getting it. The IWC blue ceramic. That's a good looking watch.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Let me see if I can pull one of those up. I remember.
Yeah. Oh, I'm working tomorrow, and it's an 8-hour shift, and it's holiday pay tomorrow for us.
Ooh.
Yeah, so it's like a 12-hour shift.
I think,
look who's snooping around in there. Hi, Durkee.
Hi, Dirk.
I have not changed a diaper yet.
No diapers.
I have stuck to my guns.
There you have it. No diapers have been changed.
Dark, I was trying to find. I can't find that picture of the two of us from when you were here visiting. I don't know what I did with it.
I think I'm trying to remember if it was the chronograph or the three-hand, or if it was the chronograph, it was this one. Billy says, Brian, I heard that Disney World just laid off like 50 people because they have to check immigration status.
Okay, I don't know. I know in my department, 2 of the college program kids got told not to come back because of stupid stuff they were doing.
Well, who doesn't love a stupid college student?
I didn't say they were stupid. I said the things they were doing were stupid.
But IWC in general does a nice job with their ceramics. Yeah, they've got the Lake Tahoe, the white. They got the Mojave. I can't remember what the green one's called. Blue, black. They do a lot.
The green one's probably called the Sherwood Forest or something stupid like that.
Mm.
Yeah. These are the 44 millimeters, I believe.
Yeah, this was a Venezuelan because they revoked the Venezuelan TP, something they're laid off with pay till further notice. Don't know. I don't know. Well, let's take a look at this IWC. 41.
Oh, that's the nice size too. Yeah.
Yeah, they do a nice job with their ceramic line. Very cool, very cool. Oceana, Mojave, Jet Black, Lake Tahoe, and Ceratanium. That's the mix, the ceramic titanium mix one, right?
Wow.
Who doesn't love a good Ceratanium watch?
I like a good mix.
Yeah. You hate my favorites. Oh God, George sees IWC. He says I've unsubscribed and not coming back.
Oh, what a benefit. Yay. IWC for the win.
Dirk says, Brian, I thought right away you would put our picture as your phone locked background screen. BW sent me a pic. Let me go find that.
Dirk, you know I'm married to a very jealous woman with a mean streak.
Oh, he had the 3-hander. There you go. Boom. So this has been moved on from. Good looking piece.
Oh, what was I supposed to be doing?
I'm not sure.
I don't know. I'm still not awake yet.
Why not?
I'm like one of those I'm one of those long over the night trains. Takes a long time to get this engine going and getting it up to speed. But once it's up to speed, it's good to go for a long time.
Uh-huh. So here you have one of my favorite ceramic watches.
Oh God.
It's big.
Oh, Jesus.
It's like 43 and a half.
Oh.
It's ceramic. It's black on black on black. It has a rubber strap and 300 meters worth of water resistance. You should love it. It's a perfect floor to watch, Brian.
I think 1,000 meters is how deep I want to throw it.
Oh, Brian.
Ugh.
It's ceramic and rubber. It might float.
Yuck.
Ick, he says. Dude, you are making my decision easier and easier with every hook. Yeah.
Yuck.
I may end up with this. BW.
Well, it won't last long, but go ahead.
Yeah, it's uncomfortable. It's sat high on his wrist. Billy, now you're hurting I had one last feeling left, and you heard it.
Wait, how do I pin a comment? Let's see. Oh, you know what? I can star that comment for you. There we go.
Oh my God, it's a great watch. What don't you like about it, Brian?
Like I said, I may not be on for too long today because the granddaughter's coming. So I'm not sure I'd be able to cover it in the next hour and a half.
All right.
But let's start with it's the Omega with the ugly handset.
But you can barely see those hands.
And you can barely see them, which is great, but also shitty. On top of that, it's an ugly color. On top of that, it's an ugly bezel. On top of that, it's giant and big and dumb and ugly.
I'm big and dumb and ugly.
No, you're kind of cute. Your head's nice and smooth. That bezel's even a little wobbly looking.
Oh man. Tom Voss in the house. BW says poor visibility. Maybe I don't want other people reading my watch.
Or yourself.
I want them to have to pay me to know what time it is. That's the new grift.
Wow. You know, back in my day,
yeah,
it used to be that, you know, that if you want to know, if you didn't have a watch and you wanted to know what time it was, you always ask an older guy because they were always wearing a watch. You go,
sure.
Excuse me, sir, can you tell me what the time is? Now it's the old guys that don't have watches anymore that are asking the young kids what time it is because they've always got their face in their frickin' phones.
Yes. We better get BW on here quick because George may leave again. Just when you thought it couldn't get any worse. It's a great one. Well, would you prefer this or the Ultra Deep?
Oh,
that's 45 millimeters and like 18 point something thick. But it's good to 20,000 feet. So you could throw that one a long way into the ocean, Brian. And it still wouldn't destroy it.
Mark, how many? I mean, what kind? Are you on like trial antibiotics that are?
What are you trying to say? Liberty Spot, congrats on your new watch. He says, I love how Brian holds back so not hurt anyone's feelings. Julius Caesar says the regular SMP variants are nicer than this.
Yeah,
I agree. I think the white, I've owned the white twice. But the white dial with the black ceramic bezel is one of the best looking watches I've ever owned. You know?
Oh, thank God.
A reprieve. Let's see here. Authenticated. PW, you put your camera on? There's his. Oh, there.
Wow.
Oh, there he is. There's his car. PW,
why is it not? Why can't you see the camera?
I don't know. I just have your thumbnail right now.
Let's see.
So, did you like my spicy variant on the Filipino Sea Log this morning?
It looked beautiful.
Thank you.
They look better than this shitter watch.
Oh, now see that's just
right? Why are you not cameraing? There we go.
Yay!
There he is.
And I want you to know, BW, I had my finger over the remove button ready to go at a moment's notice in case you pulled a Marcello on us with your camera accidentally. So
that's okay. I would never be that irresponsible. I'm very careful about that. I've been working out all week where I'm going to do this from. Okay. So,
well, we're going to make you big here. Hold on. Whoa.
Heavy box.
Here, watch this,
Wait,
Mark.
wait. What are you doing? All right. Okay.
Now we can see Mark's reaction to what a real watch looks like when he unboxes it.
Definitely a good sized box.
And it's heavy. Should I show you, or should we just talk about it?
Well, how about this? You said in the chat that one of the problems with the IWC was it was a little tall, sat a little big on your wrist, right?
It didn't. It's not a very thick watch. Maybe it's 12 millimeters, something like that. Okay. But it just kind of
didn't fit right,
real high, and it was just kind of uncomfortable. And it had the sort of sailcloth and rubber strap, which wasn't bad, but it just didn't fit right.
Okay. So those IWCs, that case size in particular, it seems to have a little bubble back to it.
Yeah.
Makes it just stand up, and so the lugs are actually just about the same height as that case back. So it just kind of wobbles on your arm.
Yeah,
that's it. It's if the back was flat, it would be much better.
Yeah.
Are you wearing the Explorer 40 today? Is that what
I am wearing the Explorer 40 today?
That's a great watch.
I wear this, I guess, maybe half the time. I like this watch very much.
Yeah.
Also, very comfortable.
It's a great watch. It's a great watch. Of all the
hey, good morning, BW. I couldn't miss this.
George, it's my favorite dial layout for a Rolex. That 369 with the triangle at the top. I just love
it. It's comfortable. It's the opposite of the IWC as far as comfort. It sits very low on your wrist.
Speaking of the opposite of IWC, welcome, George.
Good morning. Good morning. Can you guys hear me okay?
Absolutely.
Yep.
Looks beautiful out there in Washington today.
Yep, it's a nice day. There's a golf tournament going on. It should be starting in about another hour and 15 minutes. So nice. I couldn't resist BW doing an unboxing on Sunday afternoon, so why not hop on?
Big racing day today. They just finished the Formula One in Monaco.
Oh, who won?
Lando Norris won.
Whoa, there you go.
Hey, and Disney announced they're going to be working with Formula One.
Really?
Well, that's the death of Formula One.
So BW, when we moved on from this and from the Bumblebee Aquaterra, and is this a watch that's been on your radar for a while, or is this something that just sort of popped up and you saw and you're like, oh?
I've had my eye on this for a very long time, and I never really thought that I was gonna pull the trigger. It's like it just seemed out of reach, not financially out of reach, but sort of not my style. And I thought about it. It's like, well, what the hell? Why not go for it? So I did.
So, what aside from the new one and the Explorer 40, what's in the collection currently?
I have the 2002 Coke.
Okay, that's a beautiful watch.
The Zen 856 that I wear a lot. That's a good one.
Yeah, that's classic.
The Blue Polaris.
Oh yeah, I love that one. That's a great watch and a great story.
I like that watch. It gets a lot of heat here, but I like that watch a lot. I have that really oddball Panerai. That'll probably go next.
Nothing wrong with Panerai, BW. Nothing wrong with Panerai.
Except for their
go ahead.
Except for their marketing, their design, their case size, their aesthetic, and the distribution model. But go ahead.
No,
it's 42 millimeter radio mirror with alarm and GMT, and it has a GP movement instead of some
Okay.
unknown thing. It's nice.
All right, I'm
but it'll
sold.
probably go. It's a little oddball.
Do we still have the North flag?
Yes, I have the North flag. I'm keeping the North flag. It's not
Okay.
going. And if you want it, you can have it. But that's it. I'm keeping the North flag.
Cool.
And this new one's not going anywhere either. I think that this is a keeper.
Bruce G says Zen is fire. It is. I like Zen watches.
I think Zen are terrific, and what you get for the money is very nice.
Absolutely.
There's one of the dive watches, black tegamented steel with the black band, black and white hands, and a red second hand. I forget maybe it's U1 or U15.
I know the one you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
That's
It's 44 millimeters though, so it's a little bit.
perfect.
Yeah. All right, so here we go.
All right.
No fooling around here.
Oh, hello.
DC.
As the resident French expert, let me pronounce it for you. It's Vacheron Constantin. Sacre bleu.
All right, let's see if we can guess this. Knowing BW, I'm gonna say the rose gold overseas blue dial.
I'm going to say a stainless overseas blue dial.
Wait, hang on. Let's see. I'm going to say chronograph overseas.
Ooh.
Gold, but on the rubber, without the full bracelet. I'm a little torn as to which color of dial though, but I think it might be just the silver dial chronograph in gold with the rubber.
I wanted the silver dial dual time.
Yeah.
But it's a little thick.
Yeah.
And in my feeling, a little too expensive.
Okay.
So I went for something a little bit more classy.
Wait, BW, wait. We gotta get more. We gotta have Lucha's subscribers all tune in. We gotta wait a little bit. We gotta draw this out for the next 3 hours.
Okay.
Yeah, wait. We'll unbox it in 5 minutes, or when we have 700 upvotes and $8.3 million raised.
And I think Brian leaves.
Beautiful.
Thanks, George.
Box beautiful.
From the AD, or did you get it from the Gray?
I got it from our friends at European Watch.
Oh, nice.
Here, I'm gonna make
purchase with European Watch, or have you purchased from them before?
I have worked with them before, twice, 2 other pieces. I got the blue IWC was from them.
Oh, that's right.
And what else did I get from them? I don't remember. I'll think of it. So box is beautiful. Have you seen these? It's like this beautiful inlaid.
Yeah.
Yes, it's very nice.
Hard to see, but a very nice box. And
did Brian drop off already?
Where's Brian? He's in the background. He must have had a phone call. Muhammad Ali.
Good morning, Muhammad. Good afternoon, Muhammad. Nice to see you.
He says
everybody's here now.
George wanted me to leave.
John D, good to see you.
Hey, good morning, Muhammad. Good morning, John.
Muhammad says VC are the best. Muhammad, oftentimes when he sends me his breakfast picture, a picture of his overseas blue with the orange rubber strap on it. Always good looking.
Orange rubber strap, very nice.
Yeah.
This watch came with several straps, which I think is
nice.
Several straps. And, what do you call it?
A tool or
a deployant buckle that you can move between the strap easily with no tools. Let's see if I can show you this. See this little hole here?
Yeah.
There's a male piece in the straps that you put into the hole and twist, and then it'll stay in place.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
John, you did not miss the unboxing.
So BW, was this a planned purchase? Were you looking at this watch for a while, or was it like you were scrolling, you saw this, and you said, "This is the watch I really want"?
Well, I had my eye on something like this for a long time, but never really was serious about it.
Okay.
And I really want an Explorer 2 from the AD, and it doesn't look like that's going to happen anytime in my lifetime.
Yeah.
So I just figured, all right, I'll bite the bullet and get what I really want. There's no reason not to. And I saw one that was the right everything, the right price, the right time frame. We went back and forth on the trades for a while. They're very good. They're very good to deal with.
Yeah.
So we went back and forth for a while, and I guess last Friday, not this past Friday, but the Friday before, we worked everything out, and the watch came Wednesday.
I've dealt with the European Watch Co. myself, and I have to admit they're really not good people.
Yeah, it's easy. It's not. It doesn't feel like you're in an adversarial relationship. It feels like you're both doing what you want to be doing.
Mark, while we're waiting for the unboxing, would you like to remind George that I have keys to the channel and can also alter people's names and subtitles anytime I want to?
Oh no!
Oh no!
And you see George's down there. That is.
Oh God!
So we're at 19 upvotes. I think we at least need to get this number up to 25. I would think. What do you think? 25 upvotes.
25, and we need 25 people to watch.
How many more troll accounts can I log into? Shit.
Well, hopefully a lot. Send it a lot. Nobody ever sends bots to me when I really need them, All right, 20 upvotes. We're 5 away. Very cool. So when you were making the deal, did you know that those were the two that you were going to move on from, or were there other ones that you tried to negotiate?
I started out only with the Bumblebee, and I was going to. He wanted too much cash.
Okay.
For this piece and the Bumblebee, so I said, no, all right, let's let the IWC go.
Okay.
It's not
smart
so
choice.
feasible.
Did you hear that, Mark?
I heard that. I also saw that your new name is IWC and Brian Lover.
One of the two is correct.
So you've come around on IWC, I guess.
Mark, did you notice BW's face when he said, "I let go of the IWC"? Did you see his face? Did you see how much he's smiling from ear to ear?
Sorrow.
Did you see the relief in his eyes? The happiness in his wallet? Did you see this? This is how you feel, Mark. This is how you should feel. Go ahead, BW.
Why such a harsh IWC feel? I've always wanted to ask you, why do you have such a harsh feeling about it? I would think that maybe Hublot would fall into that category, or
actually, BW, it's a long story, but I'll make it short and sweet. I went to an IWC AD in South Coast Plaza years ago. And I walked in, and basically there was like 3 sales associates, and they completely ignored me, and they wouldn't even say hello or anything else. So after that, I'm like, screw IWC. But in the same breath, about a few months back, Dirk Diggler and I went to the same IWC, and they treated us like kings. So, there's like a yin and a yang, but it's just all, I don't have any issues with IWC. I just like the rib mark a little bit.
No, I understand.
See,
I'd be blaming South Coast Plaza. I wouldn't blame IWC.
No, George. The truth is you finally went shopping with somebody of class and distinction, and you got treated properly just because you were with Dirk Diggler.
Oh yeah, and I have, and I don't know if BW. Have you been to the IWC AD in South Coast Plaza? Have you been there, or do you know of it?
Long time ago.
Oh, okay.
Long time ago. Not recently.
Okay. They're actually, it's a really nice boutique. They've actually remodeled it, and they have like a history of IWC. They have some of their historical pieces, and they offered me a tour of the whole history, which was really nice. Both Dirk and I really enjoyed our stay there. Very friendly.
IWC started by Americans.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In Cleveland.
In Cleveland, I didn't know that.
We have 2 more upvotes, guys. 2 more upvotes for 25 and this mega unboxing from BW.
Mega.
It was also right next to IWC is a JLC, so they're like interconnected there.
Okay.
Oh,
and
two of your favorites.
Well, I like JLC. I own the Reverso. I like JLC. I have nothing against JLC. And then they had around the corner from them, attached to them, is a Vacheron. There you go. And then next to them is like I believe a Hublot Roger Dubuis, and then and Panerai, all in a row.
So it's like
cool.
It's like Richemont Row with one little bump in between.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
All right, so guys, we are at the magical 25 upvotes.
All right.
What that means?
Let's go.
Should we do it right here, or should we do it reverse?
Yeah. Well, you do a reverse.
Hey, there's me. Oh.
Whoa.
Oh, nice.
Whoa.
Nice.
BW, that's beautiful.
Oh. Congrats, BW.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Beauty.
It's gorgeous. Okay. It's one of my favorite watches.
Love it.
It is absolutely stunning.
Let's see if we can get it in focus.
There you go. Look at that.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Is that the 4520 or the
4520? Yeah.
4520?
New one.
Nice.
That's the new slimmer one.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. That's the one I wanted. I wanted the and it has a very, very, very easy quick change.
Yeah.
Put it on the wrist, BW. Put it on the wrist.
You just have to be careful with the quick change because you have to come down at it from the front of the watch. So you want to get that lined up and not put a bunch of scratches on the front of the lugs.
It has a really good adjustment mechanism, micro adjustment mechanism.
Look at that.
Oh, nice. Looks beautiful. Great.
Fits you perfect.
It does. It's just right.
Yeah. Oh, that's gorgeous, BW. Now, do you think you wear it more on the bracelet or on some of the other straps?
I'll wear it on the bracelet most of the time.
I love that bracelet. I love when those colored straps for something different every once in a while. Like I said, Mo shows his off on that orange rubber sometimes. It looks good, but that strap that bracelet is so cool looking.
It's very comfortable too. It's very supple.
Yeah.
And here are the other straps. The rubber.
Oh yeah.
Blue rubber.
Yeah, and they've got a ton of strap colors and options available for it. It's a lot of fun if you really want to get into playing with different colors.
And the blue alligator.
Oh, nice.
That's a nice one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see how this little piece here.
Okay. So that's the piece that goes into that into the hole you were showing us.
Links in.
BW, I think I knew that blue alligator. I saw him on the road one time.
Did you see vultures there too?
No, he was signing autographs.
So you put this little male piece into here with it at 90 degrees.
And then you twist it to lock it?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I wish I could see. Yeah, so you just stick that in there. There we go. It goes in. I don't know.
It's new.
Yeah, I'll play with it. But yeah, it basically you stick it in that little hole and then turn it, and it.
Yeah.
holds
Orco
it.
says, beautiful. Big congrats, BW. John
Thank
D
you.
says, oof, stunner.
Yep.
Watchtown Wood says, that's gorgeous, nearly as nice as an IWC Aqua Timer.
Oh.
Simple and robust sports watch at the top of the food chain. I agree. I think those watches are just so good looking. I've said that before. Elder Strand says, fantastic. Vacheron Constantin, congratulations.
Thank you, everybody. Really, I love it.
Very nice. BW, congrats. Kevin. Hi, Kevin.
Hey, Kevin.
Good morning, Kevin. Thank you.
Congrats, BW.
Wait, is that Kevin, my original hater?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Frank Cannon, congrats. John D says, great watch, BW. Muhammad says, Moses, congrats, BW. Enjoy it in great health. And he says the white rubber and red rubber also go great with that watch.
Yeah, I'm going to see if I can get I want to get some funky colored rubber one. So this is the micro adjust.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On both sides.
Yeah, it's nice on both sides. My JLC was like that.
Yeah, it's a lot like the JLC. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's almost like they're owned by the same company.
Boy, what an attitude.
Well, the difference is that Vacheron knows how to make a case shape to a watch that doesn't put you to sleep like all the JLCs do.
Oh,
no.
Tom Boss says that's my Grail watch. It's one of my Grail watches too. Congrats, big congrats.
That was. I don't know that I have what I define as a Grail watch, but it's like I couldn't find any reason not to do it.
Right.
So,
no,
price was right.
Very nice.
The availability was there. I'm very happy. Couldn't be happier. Really great.
I remember when the 4500s used to retail, or in the gray, used to be like $44,000 back in the heyday.
Yeah.
And now you could pick one up for at or below market price. And the new 4520s, BW, I'm pretty sure you got a great deal on that. So that's a great buy.
I did get a great deal on it. And I saw a 4500 Federico had it, a blue one, it was a chronograph with big date.
Okay.
He had it listed for 18. Probably was beat up a little, had no box and papers, but that's a pretty decent price for that.
Absolutely.
What dial? What dial color?
White. Maybe it's silver, maybe it's white, not sure. That went in about an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He gets some funky watches. Once in a while, he gets a real winner.
He seems to. He reminds me of those people that just buy they're like, there's a box of watches. All right, I'll buy it. and then he
Yeah.
there's a lot of weird ones, and then there's like 2 winners.
He used to wholesale a lot of different watch brands before.
Yeah.
I think he had some Frank Muellers on his website. He had HYTs. He had all kinds of different stuff.
He had a
But
whole
he would
shitload
wholesale.
of Piagets and Blanc Pans that he was.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
Right.
Parmigianis, I believe, too, right, Brian?
I just remember all the Piagets and Blanc Pans and going, oh my God, there's so many options.
Yeah. He bought a lot of Longines at one point. Like he got, I remember going on his website and it said there were like 38 Longines. I was like, how is that even possible? Like,
Yeah.
That's where I got my Legend Diver from him.
okay,
Mm.
that would make
And
sense.
I'll keep, unless you want that, I'm going to keep that.
Yeah, those are
But
great watches.
I think that's your watch, though. I think that you need that watch.
I probably get another one. You know that. I just Federico is a good person, says Billy. He's the only one that told the truth. He said he will not sell a watch unless he can make 30%. And all these other dealers trying to make you believe it's 10%.
Yeah.
I've dealt with Federico before. I sold him watches and bought watches. Excellent. I have nothing but excellent with him. Yeah, I bought a Legend Diver off him, actually. Of all things.
He's very straight. He's very straight. There's no, he'll tell you what the price is, and that's it.
And honestly, he dealt with me directly, even though I was just buying a Longines. It was like a $1,500, $1,200 buy. I can't something like that. And he was sending me the emails, and I called in because I was having trouble with the instructions that he had for the routing, for the bank stuff. And the guy I talked to said, "Oh, you were dealing with Fed. Here, I'll have him call you right back." And he called me right back. I was like, "Oh my God, Fed!"
Straightforward.
I've never dealt with Federico, so I don't know. So like I said, I've dealt with European Watch Co., obviously Watchbox, and Chase over at Nashville Watch.
Yeah,
Wow.
they're all good. I've dealt with Watchbox a lot. Chase. I don't think I've ever bought anything from European Watch Co. Actually, I ended up getting a better trade from Watchbox.
I've actually bought my vintage Daytonas from Tropical Watch with the help of Mr. G. So he was kind of helpful. So.
You know what I found, George? You know what I found out? Tropical Watch, I think, is in my neighborhood here.
Ah,
No, I think he's in Southern California, San Diego, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but I thought he was in San Diego.
Or is it Lunar Oyster that's in my neighborhood?
I think you're probably thinking of Lunar Oyster.
Heldestrand says the Vacheron covers practically every occasion. Do you see it getting the majority of your wrist time, BW?
The majority probably not, but when I have to do something where I can't look like a slob, that'll be the watch I wear.
The non-slob. There you go.
That's right.
So that means when you have to leave Florida.
No, leave the neighborhood.
When you leave the neighborhood.
When I leave the neighborhood.
There you go.
I cut down a tree. I cut down a tree yesterday. I don't see myself wearing it while cutting down trees.
No, probably not wearing the Vacheron for that.
Do you have any solid gold pieces, BW?
I have no gold, and I have no watches with Roman numerals.
Orko says everyone has lost count of how many times Lucha has bought and sold the Legendary. Yet another true story.
There's one sitting here if you want it.
See, this is how I end up with all these Legend Divers.
That's right. I get a lot of comments about that. Everybody likes the strap.
Yeah, the strap and that. I think it's the fact that case is all polished and has that polished end link on the straight bar. It does have like a different look. It has a pop to it.
There's a couple of little details on that watch that are just really special. I think it has those cross cross hatches on the crowns.
Yeah.
And finishing inside of the bracelet.
Yeah, that perlage on the inside. Yeah, it's really nice. And the skin diver on the back.
The skin diver on the back wearing the watch.
Yeah.
That's the best. That's the best. Little teeny tiny watch.
Yes.
What's on the wrist, Lucha, today? What do you? I missed it this morning.
We got the 44.25 Speedmaster Super Racing with Spirate. But there's something coming next month. I'm down to 3 possibilities. And I've literally, 2 of them are bigger watches, but one of them is not. One of them is an anti-Lucha watch.
Oh, God.
No, you just don't know.
Oh, God.
But wouldn't it be cool to see me wearing a big pilot's there, George?
Oh, it'd be cool, all right. What's on your wrist, BW? I'm assuming it's the VC.
The VC?
Yeah.
I was wearing this one earlier.
That's a great watch.
Oh, nice.
It's both those watches. I mean, you could live your life with just those 2 watches.
You can.
You know.
I'm sorry. That's for normal people.
For normal people, yes.
Brian, what's on your wrist today, if I may ask?
Well, I don't have my camera on because I'm
5960. 5960.
No, actually, I wore the left-hand drive over the past couple of days, but the granddaughter's coming over, so I got to get the pink Tudor out.
Cool.
And then she's coming over for a pool afternoon, so we'll go in the water with it and play with it.
Nice.
She won't care.
Yeah. What's the water resistance? Is that 100?
200?
200? Nice.
You know what? I'll go get it. I'll go get it now, and I'll look on the back of it.
I don't remember. So what's the missus think of the new one, BW?
She thinks it's great, but to be honest with you, whatever I get, she's happy with.
She's happy with? Well, that's good.
I'm trying to think. There was one that she didn't like.
Who cares?
She doesn't like the Panerai.
Okay.
She really likes the Studio Underdog Field Watch.
I can see that. That's kind of, that's a cool little watch.
That's a good watch to wear cutting down trees. That's absolutely good watch for that.
Good tree cutting watch.
BW, would you consider yourself to be a Paneristi?
No. Not at all. No.
Am I the only one in the chat that considers himself to be a Paneristi guy? Oh,
you might be the only one, George.
Oh my God!
I like Panerais. I like the style. I like the whole idea. But a 44 millimeter Panerai is just like too big for me. It's too unwieldy. Again, it like sits high on the wrist like the IWC. I've had a few. I could get one. I saw what is it? A bronze one that was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
I'd like to get a 42 millimeter bronzo. That's about the max I can get up to. I can't do the 44s, the 46, the 47s, obviously, but the 42 is about max.
That's about max. I see. That's actually weird. I wear a 44 almost every day.
Yeah. I have the 42 radio mirror.
Nice.
On a really nice leather strap, and that's not too bad. Interesting watch.
The answer on the pink Tudor is 200 meters.
200 meters.
Can you get that deep in your pool?
No.
Damn.
Damn, really?
I'm not
Sorry.
swimming at Brian's house then. George, you see my new Timex?
Pull it up, Mark. I can't see it very well. I'm
Hold on.
pretty much blinded by the light outside. Oh, there you go. Yeah, it
It's
looks
the
nice,
Q-
Mark.
It's the Q 1982 reissue.
Hey, that
I
looks
had
actually
I
pretty
wore
good.
one of these. I had two Timex in college. I had this and an Iron Man.
Nice.
And they reissued it, and I was like, I'm gonna buy one of those because it just kind of takes me back to Penn State, you know.
I like that watch. I like the that it's square.
Yeah, it was a cool watch back in the day, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm just not gonna get any real wrist time. It'll be in the box, but it just reminds me of happy days, happy times, you know.
Exactly. And
just-
in honor of your, go ahead, Brian.
Well, I was just going to say my pool is patekfully deep, and for our area here in Central Florida, the fact that we have a pool that is 6 feet deep is very rare because most pools in this area only hit 5 feet at the deepest.
Why is
I didn't
that?
know
Because we're too close to the water table.
Oh,
that.
I've been out in the yard and we moved a couple of bushes and stuff around, and I'm digging around and I'm going, oh God, there's the water table.
there's the water.
In honor of your thumbnail, Lucha, I thought I'd pull out the old
Oh, hold on.
16520, the Zenith.
Let me, yeah. Oh, look at that.
Zenith, yeah.
That's
Beauty.
really
So
nice.
I saw your your little thumbnail, and I thought, well, might as well pull this out of the
Well,
vault.
if you take a look at that thumbnail,
Yeah.
good look at that thumbnail, you can see that that's as far as I could get Mr. G's Daytona.
I saw that. I figured it was Mr. G's Daytona.
It like fit between my knuckles, you know.
Right. Oh.
Like, Mr. G, that's a little small.
Oh. Everybody gets on poor Mr. G.
I love Mr. G. It's just I can't wear his watch.
You can't wear his watches.
I just can't get him over I can't get him past my hand.
Oh.
I got it connected.
Cool. There it is.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so you can see it. There you go. I like that it's removable, easily removable, so you can put it on the rubber, on the leather. I like that. Everybody should do that.
No, that's cool. I will tell you, one of the things I miss about my Zenith Defy Skyline was that interchangeable straps. That was kind of easy to do. That was kind of a cool feature.
That particularly nice rubber strap on that watch.
Yeah, very nice with some of it. Yeah, it had its own deployment with it, and it was just it was comfy. And that's why sometimes I think I should probably buy that watch back, but who knows?
Even with all the stick you got about it.
I know. All the Zenith, yeah. John Bo thinks that my Timex is fake.
What's a fake Timex?
A fake Timex? Who would fake a Timex?
Yeah, why would you do that?
Well, how much profit could you possibly make on that? I don't think any. But yeah, so I have 3 watches I'm tossing through the air, one of which is not a traditional Lucha size.
Oh, he thinks my Daytona's fake.
Oh yeah, because George Voorhees is yeah.
It's all right. It's fake.
Yeah.
But Mark, are you thinking about that Cartier tank again?
No, I do love. However, I didn't like them for the longest time, and then when I was in Philly last time, they had a Cartier boutique, a full jewelry store that had a little watch section, and I tried on the Cartier de Santos Large. I really liked it. That's another one.
You need a big one though. You can't use.
You got to go with the large.
Yeah, I got to get the large. But I was actually surprised at how much I liked it. Orca says they faked F91 WS. Why? Why would you fake a cheap watch?
Probably they're going out the back door.
Crazy, just crazy this. But yeah, that Santos de Cartier Large is a really nice watch, and it's another one with a real easy interchangeable strap system. But you have to get, I think you have to get the ADLC coated bezel, because everyone I've seen with that polished bezel, the people have, like, here it is after 6 months and it's all scratched. Yeah. It seems to scratch really easy, those polished ones.
Well, Cartier seems to be the new in watch, so
everybody seems, everyone's unboxing Cartier lately.
It's not my thing. I don't see myself buying a Cartier. When they make a Cartier tool watch, I'll buy that.
There you go. Well, the Cartier was number 4 on my list. I just dropped it off. So that means there's 3 remaining. Brian, you can be assured that 2 of them are Swatch Group shitters.
Oh yeah, I know. I know.
What is if you have a watch from the Swatch Group that's pre-Swatch Group, is it still a shitter?
Yes. However, the replacement parts for it are Swatch Group shitters.
Yes. He said yes. Brian,
my hatred is true and pure.
I see that.
What if the Omega Boutique said, Brian, we got this Snoopy for you? Would that change your tune?
For free? Yes.
For free?
Yeah. My morals are not for sale. But I can be bribed for free.
Okay.
The folks at Richemont decided that I needed a free watch.
That's right. Did you guys ever hear the story? Brian, George, you ever hear this story?
I haven't.
This is a great, BW, you have to tell this story. This is the greatest story ever.
So I want to buy a Polaris, and I do a lot of shopping. And at the time, the new watch and on the gray market were close to the same price, within a few $100s of each other. So I figured I'll buy it from the AD and get the warranty and all of that. And I call them up on the phone and I do the transaction. They send me the watch, FedEx overnight. I have it the next day. Open it up, and the watch has 3 crowns. But a regular Polaris date only has 2 crowns. And I look at the watch, and it turns out the watch is a Polaris Memovox, the one with the alarm, which is about, I don't know, maybe 60% more than the watch that I ordered. But then I look at the model number, the caliber number, and it's the model number of the watch I ordered, which is not a Memovox. So it looks like they made the watch but put the wrong part number on it, on the back of the watch, engraved into the watch. So I don't really feel right about the whole thing. I don't feel right about keeping it, which was stupid, but whatever. So I call them up. I explain the situation. They apologize profusely. They send me a FedEx label. They credit my account, and I send the watch back to them. A couple of days later, they send me the watch that I ordered, and they never charged me for it.
Neat.
And that's when you say, one mistake I can handle. 2 mistakes, it's on you.
That's exactly what I said. I could, one mistake, is a livable mistake. 2 mistakes, you're out.
That, my dear friends, is proof of bar mitzvah training.
It's true. It's true.
What's So Wood says it depends on whether this pre-swatch group shitter has been serviced by that shitting swatch group. Bruce G says, congrats on the blessed blue dial in the business, BW.
Thanks, Bruce G. Appreciate it.
It is a stunning watch. Pictures, film, video do not do it justice. Like, it looks beautiful on all those, and all those things, but when you see that watch in person, it really is. It's so gorgeous in person.
Yeah, I like that watch.
There's something about that blue, that dial. It's perfect. It really is just perfect.
Watches on wood. I don't know that it would devalue it, but I understand what you mean. It's like sort of, so what?
Yeah. And honestly, I like the look of the one that you got better. That extra circle with the alarm thing for the memo box. I'm not even as crazy about that, even though it's the quote unquote better, more expensive watch. I actually like the look of the one that you have better.
I like that watch. It's a nice watch.
But that's amazing.
That was free. And I don't feel the least bit guilty either.
Well, I mean, you did the right thing. You called them, you sent it back, and the fact that they didn't charge you the second time, that's on them,
That's the rule of we all get trained that in our bar mitzvah training. I will help you out the first time, but if you make a mistake again, you got to learn the hard way, dumbass.
That's right.
And you eat it.
Yeah. I almost had a free Rolex GMT Master 2 from Bob's Watches because they pulled some stupid stuff.
Oh.
That luckily for them, I'm a nice guy.
Yeah.
It's funny. None of us in the community here do much business with them.
That's because they're overpriced.
They're overpriced. Exactly.
They're overpriced. They're over arrogant.
Well,
other than that, they're great.
They sued, didn't they sue?
Yeah.
The Timepiece gentleman.
Yeah.
That's somewhat of a redeeming value.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, they misshipped the watch, and I didn't have any proof of delivery of it. There was no verifiable proof that I had gotten it, and I did. And I called them and I said, dude, you guys, and you know what their thank you was? One of their Bob's Watches travel cases.
Ooh.
Yeah. Pile that up.
When I called JLC about the wrong watch, the first thing they did was send me like a bag of swag.
Oh, nice.
A T-shirt, a watch, a travel case. They sent me this very cool 3-way USB cable.
So you got swag on top of a free watch.
Correct.
George, sell your stock in Richmond.
Scott Wexler says, I sold my Cartier Santos to Watchfinder last month. Pretty easy process. Which one did you have, Scott? What color? And was it the medium or the large? Or
I have to admit, I do love Cartier. I still have my Cartier. I have a Roadster Chrono.
Oh, Roadster's cool. Yeah.
That's a nice, interesting watch. Roman numerals or
yeah, Roman numerals. Let me see if I can get it. Hold on one second.
Yeah.
Be right back.
Oh yeah. Scott says the blue large. Very cool. Here, we won't make you stay big. Hold on. How do I?
Thank you.
Thanks there, Brian.
Happy to help. I know you're only 90%.
I know. Still 90%, but getting better. But just every day when I come home from work, because I get in around 8:30, and I mean it's retail business, so there's a lot of times I'm there late. But I come home and the leg would be aching by that point, and just kind of let the dog out, hang out a little for a minute, and then just put the leg up and fall asleep.
Aldo says
What's the kitty's name?
That's Aldo.
Aldo, he's cute.
Named after Mario Andretti's brother.
Aldo Andretti. There you go.
Aldo Andretti.
Scott says he had the blue large. He liked the watch. He never wore it much. That's my fear with the Santas, that I'll buy it and I won't wear it much, and then I'll sell it and Brian will make fun of me.
Well, I mean, guaranteed 2 of those things are right.
Watson Wood says, when I was buying my Daytona from the AD, I noticed the sales associate incorrectly input the amount as 13,002 rather than 13,2. I corrected them and I got a complimentary spit and slap in the face.
At least they didn't throw you out.
Yes. Was quite pleased.
You may not buy this watch.
Most ADs.
Mark, I highly recommend that if you can get one of those Santos larges, with the strap, with the strap options and everything, if you can get one for the right price, get it, experience it, play around with it, and then when you go to get rid of it, you won't get hurt too bad because they're pretty stable in value.
There you go. See, it's perfect for me.
And you may like it. You don't know.
I like the gray one with the gray ADLC bezel and the option for the gray strap, the gray rubber strap, and the other strap, the metal bracelet.
Yeah, the gray one, the most boring one.
Oh, do they make an XL? I've only seen the large. Am I missing out on something, Brian?
Oh, they make all kinds. Yeah, I think the one I had was the extra large, 42 or something.
Here you go, BW.
Oh, here we go.
For you. Here's my favorite Panerai that I have in my collection.
California
740.
BW there? But he might be doing something. Hold on.
All right. Oh, there you go. The 740.
And I got to say, George, I saw Sean's gold Panerais that he's got, and their rose gold is beautiful.
Oh yeah, this is their Oro Rosos, the Panerai 740. It is really good watch.
They've got a slightly separate tone of rose gold that's just
absolutely right, Brian. It's really good. Let me just adjust the time here and put it on. I haven't worn this in a while, so I think it's about 8:30, 8:40.
It doesn't matter. It's a Panerai.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, and it's got an open case back, if I'm not mistaken. So it's a really well done Panerai.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
Yeah. It's the Oro Rosso Luminor, and it's got the California dial is what they call it. So there you go.
Yeah.
And then this is the Cartier that I have, the two-tone Roadster Chrono.
That's a cool watch.
I love this watch.
Yeah. Those are just, I think, really underrated, cool-looking watches.
Yep.
No, I think those were really properly rated.
Properly rated?
And then don't forget the Tudor.
Oh, yeah.
And then in honor of you, Mark.
The IWC?
No. I'm huge fan of this company, as you know. You know, I love my Oris.
Oh, yes.
Yes, there you go. Yeah, the bronze diver chrono. So there you go.
I love it. Very cool.
And my fake Daytona.
Oh yeah, your fake Daytona. You can't forget that.
Yeah, don't forget that one. Even though I have box papers and been certified by Rolex service, but otherwise it's fake.
Other than that,
yeah.
So when you get to be George, that, ladies and gentlemen, is George's bait box. And by bait box, that's the one that he leaves out. So if someone tries to rob him, they grab those shitters instead of looking for their.
Well, hey, the Panerai, I love my Panerai. You know,
all right, yeah, but compared to what else is, compared to what's in the safe.
Oh well,
yeah, that's why I call it a bait box. Leave some watches out.
Still got a Breitling, which I love. Love my Breitling. Oh yeah. And of course, I have a Glashütte original.
Oh God,
that's a good looking watch.
Yeah,
that's nice. Yeah. That's nice.
And then of course, I fell into the Ming trap.
Oh well.
Didn't I fall once, but
twice.
And then, you know, Corona Tokyo is not too bad actually.
That's actually
Hijami Hosaka. He's really pretty good. I saw he has a new drop that I thought was pretty good recently.
Yeah.
You know, so, but otherwise, the only thing I don't like about the Roadster Chrono is that the bracelet is so hard to adjust and put on. You know, that's the only thing I don't like about it. But otherwise, it's a really nice watch, and it's pretty substantial, I think. Pretty substantial watch. Put it on and show you guys.
It looks more substantial in these pictures, seeing you now, than in pictures on websites.
Yeah, some of the pictures on the websites, it looks a little smaller, but I also think the two-tone helps that watch a lot.
Well, I think like BW, I can only say, you know, with my darker skin tone, I think the two-tone fit looks a little bit better.
It works.
And, yeah. Now you will go work on your tan, and then we might have a discussion. But, you know, but otherwise, you know, these like especially like this rose gold from Panerai.
Yeah.
You know, it's just
that's gorgeous.
I've always been a Panerai fan. I just wish they would get their act together. You know, I've owned like 6 different Panerais over my life, and that's the only one that I really fell in love with. But I just wish they would do a better job, like Brian said, of marketing, production, and actually a little better advertising. So, but
like you say,
rule of thumb, you never buy a Panerai at retail.
Yeah,
never, ever. You know, you're asking for trouble. So
I can say the new boutique in New York City, they were extremely nice in there.
Mm-hmm.
The people at Panerai.
Yeah.
If I worked in an office and wore a suit every day, the Cartier would have been my daily driver. It's a suit watch, not a sport watch, in his opinion.
I also had multiple different Santos, including the DLC line.
Okay.
And I just couldn't wear it. After a while, I just got tired of it. You know, and I ended up getting rid of them, all of them. So, for what it's worth. But anyway, what do you do? It's a hobby. It's a journey, right, BW? I mean, you have to try. It's like going to 31 flavors. You got to try a little bit of all the flavors, right? To figure out what you like and what you don't like, I think.
Exactly. And I've been doing this for a very long time, and you realize that some things, like the IWC, you really like the watch, but you realize it doesn't fit you well. So you learn after a while what you really like.
Right.
Speaking of the 31 flavors, that is on my my final tour. So if you see me doing a Gonzo stream from Baskin Robbins, a couple different bakeries, I may go out to Hershey, PA. That's when you know I'm giving up on life. I'm letting the diabetes take me.
Mark, my mom is in a similar situation. She's also a diabetic, and so every time, like my father, and I go to 31 Flavors, and we come back with ice cream cones, she just has that look of disgust and anger like you couldn't imagine. Oh, that's funny.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Mark's gone off the deep end when there's a tanker truck full of insulin that pulls up to the front of his house.
Oh, Brian, you'll love this. So my next door neighbor, real nice families, and he builds like these race cars out of. It used to be old Volkswagens. He's got a Scirocco and a Jetta and a Rabbit over there that have these huge, super powerful engines in them. And then he's getting his kids into stuff. So his youngest son just bought an older Audi they got for him. Beautiful car, beautiful condition. But and then the oldest son had a couple Toyotas that he had fixed up. They fixed up for him. But then he picked up a Mini.
Yay!
And so this red Mini's been over there. And then Friday night, I saw that he had borrowed his dad's truck and trailer. I'm like, uh-oh, something's coming. Well, he's selling one of the Volkswagens, and he bought some sort of because when I came home last night, he was pulling it off the trailer. And he bought himself some sort of rally car racing Mini. That it was
a BMW Mini or a Mini?
A BMW Mini.
I sent you a picture of the Panerai.
Oh, okay, cool.
Panerai.
Let's see. Boom, look at that. Alarm GMT. You said that's a 44?
42.
42. That's cool.
You're not sharing.
Pull it up.
Oh, I'm not sharing. Why am I not sharing? Brian, why am I not sharing?
Well, Mark.
Oh, there you go. I can tell you right now, those crowns remind me a lot of the Big Pilot.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep, it does.
They're kind of smooth. There's the kind of rounded smooth on top instead of that flat.
This would be the Luchabetic model if it just had just one more crown.
One more crown, and this watch should really be like a 44 or 45.
Just needs one more. And a helium escape valve somewhere.
Well, everyone should have a helium escape valve.
Yeah.
What kind of silly world we live in where people don't feel like they need helium to escape?
I don't know. Every time I go to the bottom of my pool at 5.5 feet, I'm thinking, God, I wish the helium would escape.
Yes. It's right along the lines of yesterday. It's been cold here this week, like 40s. And so yesterday morning, we're all, we're getting ready for the day. We're having our meeting. And I said, look, you guys have let me down. I was talking to my sales staff, and they're like, what? We're selling a lot of cars. I'm like, yeah, but it's really cold out. And they're like, well, what's that have to do with us? I said, well, you could chop down a few more trees and burn some more styrofoam. I need some global warming. This is ridiculous. I was promised that it was going to warm up.
If you'd like global warming, let me introduce you to the wonderful climate of Central Florida, where today will be 92 degrees. With the humidity, the feels like will be 99. And I happen to know there's a flight attendant down here, Mark.
There you go.
Yeah. All right, I'll be back. I got to go get the third course of my French breakfast.
Okay. Enjoy your cigarette.
Try not to screw up anything with the stream, please.
All right. We'll try. Bum, bum. What?
Oh.
So, what else is going on out there in the world today?
Well, we're having a nice sunny day in the Northwest here, so
That's
the
nice.
golfers are coming out. There's a tournament this weekend, so I think today is the championship round. So we shall see how it all works out.
Yeah.
None of my windows at the house is broken, so it's a good sign.
Watch how Wood says, I love the Pandu 38 millimeter blue on bracelet. It's perfect, but the temp is too high. All right. Panorama history holds John D back from getting into the brand, and then come the WR levels, which feel low for a dive watch heritage brand. All right.
The new ones, the new Panorais have like 30 meters, 50 meters. It's like, what is that for a dive watch?
Yeah.
But the older ones have significant depth ratings.
What's the depth? What's the depth rating on your Polaris BW? Because mine was only 100, which I always thought was odd.
250.
Yeah.
It's the Polaris Mariner, which I think is a slightly different variation.
Watch how Wood is on AliExpress looking for parts to build a homage. Nice.
Mark, you want to pull up a tropical watch real quick?
Sure. Hold on. All right. Let me figure out how to get rid of this. Let's remove that. Hold on. I gotta. When Brian shares something, it makes it hard for me to. There we go.
There you go. So if you scroll down, there's a watch I'm kind of looking at. So I'll let everyone know. It's the 16618. It's a 1990 yellow gold sub, blue dial. It doesn't have box papers or anything else like that, but
the beauty.
And yeah, for 1990.
That's got a couple good scratches in the bezel, though. It looks like.
Yeah, I saw that. But at the price, I don't know. What do you think?
23.8 seems like a good price for it. But can you get would you replace the bezel insert?
I probably wouldn't. I just leave it like it is.
Leave it like it is?
Yeah.
Because other than that, it looks like it's in real good shape.
Yeah.
I mean, little hairlines, but that's a solid gold watch. I'd expect more than that, actually.
And it's how old? 35 years?
Yeah.
Roughly?
It's definitely a beauty.
Yeah. For that price, I think it's a pretty good deal.
Yeah. I agree.
But it's negotiable. I've done deals with him before, and a few other people in our community have. So it's exactly the way it looks on the photos is exactly the way you receive it.
Yeah.
So
you said that's there in San Diego?
I believe he's in San Diego.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's in Old Town San Diego, right?
Oh yeah.
The most haunted house in the world, in the country.
Yes. There's also there's a hotel there that's the Del Coronado.
Okay.
It was, remember the movie Some Like It Hot?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was filmed there.
Okay. Very cool.
And supposedly it's haunted because they used to use a lot of Japanese labor back in the day to build it. And a lot of people died in there. So, but it's a hell of a place to go for brunch. That's for sure. Right on the beach. Beautiful. Yeah. But anyways, I was looking at this, and he also has a really interesting, I think it's a 6'2", 6'5". Let me see here. I saw he has a Studio Underdog.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a, let's see, where did it go? I thought it was a 6'2". Yeah, he has a 6'2", 6'5". Did you see it? Should be at the top of the page.
Oh.
Take a look.
Oh
You
yeah,
see it?
Paindow. Yeah,
Yeah.
39. Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah.
It's expensive, but it's pretty.
It is expensive. Hmm.
That's probably fake.
Yeah, probably. Probably.
That's pretty. That's a heck of a lot of money for that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's an old school box.
Yep. It's
Yeah.
fake though.
Yeah. I used to like when they came with the papers with the embossed logo on them.
Yeah. Then that's pretty much standard. I had it when I first bought it from them. I had it checked by my AD, and he said it's totally legit because when you're buying something like this for $100 and something $1,000, you want to make 100% certain it's legit. I remember Boston buying one of these back in the day,
Mm-hmm.
and you got to be very careful when you're buying stuff for $170,000.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, I really like that 16610.
No, that's cool. That's a good price.
Yeah. So, and he has some other stuff that's kind of interesting, piquing my attention, but nothing really, other than those two. Everything else is pretty much about the same. He's got a 16528.
Okay.
It's like 35,000. So, but I bought one from him back in the day about a year ago, and it didn't have boxer papers. I'm not sure if this one has boxer papers, but it was it was about, Mr. G helped me negotiate this, and it was about 27, so it was pretty good.
I wonder if this guy would be interested in a Tiffany GMT Master.
Mm.
Brian, hey, Brian, I wanted to ask you, did you Mark, could you pull up that 16610 for Brian real quick? I just wanted to get his opinion on this.
What the frog is
what
that?
What do you think for the price?
Am I seeing 23,000?
Yeah. What do you think? Now, none of you guys. Now, I introduced you guys to this, so just give me a day to think about this. But what do you think of the price? Before you call and take it under me.
Listen, I freaking hate these snakes that you put something up that you're considering, and 20 minutes later it's gone. It's like shit.
Exactly.
I'm not talking.
No, I had a true moment because somebody bought that Grand Seiko from Federico last week.
Well, that's just a blessing in disguise.
I know. That's what I said.
I was just wondering what you thought about this watch, Brian.
Oh yeah, I'm pulling it up on my own
right
little
VW. What do you think?
Because I want to blow it up.
I think it's fantastic, and I would want to see it in person before I laid out cash for it.
You'd want to have JLC ship it to you, and it'd be free.
Well, that too. But...
All right, Brian, you need to take over for a minute. I got to run to the bathroom.
Okay, well, walk.
All
I don't want you, with your leg and everything. I don't want you tripping and breaking a hip or something.
It's a true story.
I'm very skeptical of things like that. I would need some kind of assurance that it was real.
Blue Crush, the thick and even case is excellent, showing sharp, prominent bevels. I'm a little intrigued as to the brushing on the bevels or on the lugs. That tends to be one of the first things to go, and if they did a polish to fix it back up, they put it back. And these are what I look for is inconsistencies.
Mm-hmm.
So if you look at the clasp, the crown is not real prominent.
Mm-hmm.
but yet the brushing on the lugs is really prominent. So I'm wondering, has it been touched up?
Mm-hmm.
And then,
But even still, if it's been touched up, even still for the value.
yeah, I mean,
You know what I'm saying?
Got to be a good tree cutting watch.
yeah, it'd be if for Georgia, it would be good for your bait box. I'm looking at the lugs just to see if I can see anything. Yeah, it looks really good. I like that there's a couple of marks on the aluminum bezel. So that means it hasn't been replaced. I do wish it had a good creamy loom to it though.
Yeah, I just was looking at his website. Like I said, this is all Mr. G's fault. You know,
Yeah.
he got me hooked on them, and I think the guy's name is Jacek. He's a really good guy, and his prices are pretty fair. A little bit of room for negotiation on a lot of his watches, but he's been around forever. So
yeah, he's had a couple of day dates that I've thought about reaching out.
He's had a cherry. Remember the cherry dial day date? He had a 1-1. I think it still might be on his website, but basically I think he's had that for a little bit of time, but I can't remember it anymore. But he used to have a cherry red day date for sale, and I thought it looked pretty pristine, but I think it got sold.
Yeah, he's had a couple of interesting, 5-digit day dates that I was like, that might scratch that itch.
Yeah, I bought mine from him, actually, the 1/6, the one I'm wearing, and it had the paperwork and everything. And I mean, like I said, it's exactly the way he described it and looked on the website. So, but like I said, I think it's a pretty good deal for at least this one, the 16618 for 23. But I think you can probably get them down to maybe 22, 21. You think maybe?
Yeah. Does that have box and papers? No.
I think it has. I don't think it has. This one doesn't. I don't think. I think he has a Zenith Daytona that I think may have box and papers full. I could be wrong, but I know he has a 6265 that has it. That's for sure. Anyways, what
I know the rabbit holes we all go down for a while.
Yeah, exactly. But
I feel good when I've got so many tabs open on a rabbit hole that I've just completely exhausted it and I can't figure out where I was and how I got there, so I just close them all and I'm like, thank you.
And in honor of Mark, he has an IWC Pilot Chrono with box and papers for $4,200.
That's the one I like is the double chrono for $6,000 on the Beads of Rice bracelet, and it's got 3 pushers and a crown. Sherman
is making his on-screen debut. He was crying when I went to the bathroom, so I couldn't grab him.
Oh, Sherman. Don't
Hey, hi, buddy. This is Sherman the Blind Double-Dapple Dachshund.
We have proof of Sherman.
We have proof of the Shermie. The lovable boy.
He's like, oh boy, I got upstairs. How'd this happen?
Yeah. What the heck's going on here?
It smells so much higher.
Yes.
The air is thinner.
Yeah.
Oxygen.
Oh.
But he doesn't know that room, so.
Oh, he knows it.
Okay.
He likes to sleep downstairs in his little bed. So Sherman, you good boy. So what did I miss?
Oh, we
Oh.
were just talking about this. So
Brian's gonna go buy the watch out from under George.
yeah,
Oh, good deal. Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually thinking of using it as, like my, I don't know, going to the mailbox beater watch just in case somebody saw me in the neighborhood.
If you got a tree to cut down, you can use that.
I hire people to do that. I could stand out there and watch them with that.
right.
I just wait for God to do it.
Yeah. Funny. Our old house was almost, it was tucked into trees, and there was a tree line that was about 15 feet away from the house. So I called the insurance company and I said, look, I've got trees that are hitting the house in the wind. Do you want to help me out and I'll hire somebody to cut them back? And they said, no, but if they hit the house, let us know and we'll pay for all the repairs and everything. That's
the typical insurance company response. That's what I would expect.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
So I hired a guy, paid him $1,000 to go trim all the trees around there and knock them off, knock them back. And I said, look, I called the insurance agent and said, I just saved you a claim because you owe me a better deal next year.
Thanks. We'll only increase you 25%, not 35%.
Yeah. Well, this was in North Carolina where insurance is reasonable.
Okay.
I just got my insurance bill and it jumped, and I'm in like the Northwest, and I'm like, we don't have really anything too serious going on up here. And it jumped about 15%. And I was like shocked.
My insurance is approaching the cost of property tax.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I learned when we moved down here. Now that we've been down here a year and a half, the lack of state income tax is just a wash compared to because of the increased property taxes and insurance rates.
Oh yeah. You never get something for nothing, Brian.
Right. Nothing for
right? Yeah.
It was. I think the only thing I saved was my accountant didn't have to file a state income tax return, so that saved me like $300.
Yeah. My brother-in-law is experiencing the same thing. He moved from Michigan into Texas, and it went from no state income taxes and all that good stuff to like the property tax being like one of probably the highest in the nation.
Yeah.
What was the?
Well. Anyways, I may have to jump off pretty soon, but before I do, I'm going to just wish BW congratulations. That's an awesome DC.
Yeah.
Thank you, George.
I love that.
Thank you
I
very
love the
much.
new one. I love the 4520. I think I've never tried on the 4520, but I've tried on the 4500, and it does certainly look a lot thinner than the 4500 does.
This is 11 millimeters, and it feels less than 11 actually. It's perfect.
Right.
And if I remember right, didn't they further tapered the bracelet more?
The bracelet's not that tapered, a little bit, but not a lot. Not, maybe 3 or 4 millimeters along the length.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sherman.
Are the I just wanted to ask on the straps, BW, are the straps on that watch different than the straps on the 4500? And is the latch mechanism the same, or is it different?
I don't know.
The latch mechanism is the same, but I think the 4520 stuff is slightly narrower.
Okay.
George, my watch channel says, same here, George in Walla Walla. Jumped out of nowhere. I called, they said, due to anticipated losses, they need to increase premiums. Yeah. I'm like, losses where? And why do I need to pay for them?
And my watch channel, always good to see you, my friend. Always good. We had a great lunch together a while back. He's a classy gentleman. Very classy gentleman.
George, I saw on BuzzFeed that a volcano is going to erupt in the Cascades somewhere.
Oh, there you go. That
explains it.
Yeah. That might explain it. You know, what do you do? What do you do?
Sherman, lay down. Lay down, buddy.
Sherman's sniffing around. Leave him alone.
I put him over on the bed. He's sniffing on the edge of the bed. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? All right, there you go. He backed up.
How old is Sherman?
He's almost 9.
Oh,
and he's getting fat.
yeah. When did he go blind, Mark? Was he born that way?
He was born blind. He was born
okay.
blind. Yeah. His microphthalmia, small eye syndrome. So he had really, really tiny eyeballs.
Mm.
That poor guy.
Yeah.
I remember I had a lab and a pit bull mix. And when he got to about like 8 years old, he started to go blind. And it was heartbreaking, to say the least.
Yeah.
Gut-wrenching.
It's harder but easier when they go blind. So like Sherman doesn't understand steps, you know what I mean, like things like that. He has no perception of any depth. I had a dog that had gone blind years ago, and he could still jump up on stuff. Like he knew, you know, how things worked in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Sherman,
when
confused.
you know, unfortunately, when ours went blind, it was he was a bigger dog, so it was very heartbreaking because he'd run into walls and we just couldn't see it. And my father had a breakdown because he was very close to our dog, and
it's hard.
I've never seen my father cry, but when he had to put down, our dog's name was Buckwheat from the old Little Rascals.
Oh yeah,
yeah. When he put him down, he literally like cried for the first time. This was back in the mid to late 90s. Maybe like 97, I think. I've never saw my father cry in his lifetime. And this was the first time he literally cried.
Yeah, it's hard.
And it was just, he just couldn't take it. You know, he always used to tell all of us, like, hey, you know, when I come home from work, my wife wants something, my kids want something, and Buckwheat is just happy to see me, you know. Never asked for nothing. So it was devastating. He never got another dog afterwards because he said it's just, he can't go through it again.
Oh, it's really, really
horrible.
hard.
It's devastating.
Yeah. I don't want this said in public, but because some asshole will clip it. We had a fat black cat for 13 years that just ruined me from ever having another pet again.
Yeah.
Stupid fat cat.
Stupid fat cat. Mo says that Brian's correct. The straps on the 4520 are slightly different, tapered thinner to the 4500 ones.
And I specifically said that about the fat cat while you had that comment up on the screen. So if some asshole clipped it, they had Mo agreeing with me.
Aha. Doc Mick in Florida says, hello, everyone. Good morning, Doc. How are you, sir? If you guys are, anyone just joining us, BW unboxed amazing Vacheron Constantin overseas earlier. Just absolutely stunning watch. One of my favorites. And you missed Sherman. Sherman made his on-screen debut for a minute. A little fidgety, so now he's sleeping on the bed. But other than that,
well, he likes a good, comfortable bed.
Yes.
Yeah, damn it, George. Now you got me thinking about these day dates again.
Oh.
And did you see? He's got a nice day date on there too. He's got some pretty nice, nice pieces in there. To be honest with you.
Yeah,
I'm actually pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, and he's also got the second. I think that's the best price on the second edition of the Snoopy Speedmasters on the market right now. Because he's got one for 32 box pamphlets, so no papers. I don't know if that's the original strap it came on. But that's the hot one, because there was only 1,970 of them made.
Can you pull it up, Mark?
Which one is it? Does he have
the Swatch Group shit or Snoopy?
Swatch Group shit or Snoopy? let's go to the Omega pile. I always love to go look at Omegas. You never have to ask me twice. Might have to click it twice, but there we go. You talk about
left.
the left?
Top left.
There it is.
There it is.
I don't think you can find that one for less than 35 to 40.
Hmm.
Very nice.
That's the one that says, what can you do in 14 seconds?
Yeah, failure is not an option.
Yeah. And I'm sitting there thinking, I know what I can do in 14 seconds.
Don't pose that question to Mrs. Bryan.
No.
I like the Snoopy on the back.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. And that's the silver back that each one of those Snoopies was hand engraved.
Yeah. That's why he's got the AG 925 on his bag.
Yeah, and the problem with them, if you wear them a lot, the silver is so soft on the back that it'll start to smooth out. And
Oh. Well, that's no fun.
there. Mo, the day I pick up a Snoopy from the boutique, you better look outside for pigs flying, hell freezing over. King Charles becomes a pro wrestler. Smoking becomes mandatory across the globe again. I'm thinking, yeah.
There is video evidence of Donald Trump taking a stone cold stunner from Steve Austin.
Yes. I do recall that, Mark. I do recall that. That was one of the WrestleManias, if I'm not mistaken. Correct?
Exactly. Yep.
So anyway, but he has a IWC Pilot Chrono there, Mark, for you.
Oh, let me go pull that sucker up. Hold on.
I think he was asking $4,200 for it. It's classified under other.
I'm actually liking this platinum date that he's got with a diamond dial and diamond bezel.
I'm kind of. He has a Daytona that has a ruby set diamond bezel on it. That's pretty good.
That's a nice, that's a nice ladies' watch.
Oh, Jesus. Jeez.
I like the way you think, Brian.
If I was going to do a Daytona, it would be one of those Zenith Daytonas with the inverted 6.
Oh.
Just so that I could say I got an inverted 6.
I think he had another one on there, Mark, with
okay.
the leather strap.
That's nice. I like that.
Actually, a nice looking watch.
That's the double chronograph.
Yeah.
It was about 19 millimeters thick.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Doc Mick, we're on tropicalwatch.com. Link in the description below. Oh, no, it's not. Sorry.
Shadow's mad because Sherman's in the room.
They don't like each other?
Oh, they love each other. Sherman loves everyone.
You got to go back up, Mark. I think you're on the sold.
Is there like a search bar? Yeah. There it is.
Yep.
That's not bad.
No.
I kind of like that one, actually. I'm looking at it.
I like that.
That's
they
like
have that kind of bubbly back, though.
Yeah.
It's not a comfortable watch.
That is the stainless version of Brian's titanium. Somebody's ringing happy music.
I like that watch actually.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I think it's the pushers I kind of like.
Yeah, pushers are nice on that.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, Brian's got the AMG version.
Yeah.
Is that an
good
annual
version.
calendar or is that just a regular big pilot?
No, it's just a day.
Day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is that a giant hockey puck or is that a normal person size?
Mine's a 41. I don't know how big this is.
Doc says, I inherited an African gray parrot who's 27 years old. He's a hoot, loud but funny. Yes.
I'll be back in a little bit.
All right. That's a good looking IWC. Hey, George, letting us look at the IWCs. What a guy.
Yep. Like I said, I've actually I've been looking at his website for a while. There's some nice vintage pieces I thought that he had, you know.
He's had a bunch of these new Engineers that he sold too.
Yep.
Yeah, white, black, aqua, or turquoise, whatever it is.
Yeah. Some good pieces.
Yeah.
And some of them comes with box papers. Some of them come with papers. Some of them come with, it's naked. But overall, like I said, I've been pretty happy with the two purchases I bought from them. So pretty easy to deal with. Great reviews. And pretty legit to me.
Pretty legit.
Pretty legit.
So a bunch of Cartiers too.
Mm-hmm. Because Chase only gets the more newer stuff, and I kind of like to see what's out there. And European Watch Co. is the only other one that I would buy from. I bought an old sub from them with all the box papers and including the little anchor that came with it.
Oh yeah.
But it's hard to find them, and European Watch Co. their prices are decently priced.
Right.
You know what I mean? They're a little bit higher than what what's out in the real world. So, but for the most part, Chase is pretty good. I use I think I bought a couple of pieces from the OC Watch Guy, which is located in Orange County. He's pretty good. Okay. And Tropical Watch is pretty good. And obviously European Watch Co. and Watchbox. So.
Yeah.
But anything good on Chase's website? That I haven't looked at it in a while.
Obviously, you've got a bunch of Rolex. You got a Celebration dial, 41 millimeter for $19,950. You just got in that green OP, black OP, Air King. He's got. I was talking about this earlier. I keep looking at this thing because I'm like, that's a deal. Let me find it here. He's got this. This is the Skyline that I had. Mm-hmm. It's a 2025 for $59.50. That's actually a heck of a deal for that watch.
That is a good deal.
The cart's April 25. If anybody's looking for that, I will tell you, although Zenith as a brand, the homaging, they become more and more homage.
No. Don't make it nice. They're copying.
They're copying. Yes.
Okay, homage is too nice of a word.
They're copying shit. This watch, these pictures don't do it justice. The watch itself is really beautiful watch. And the quick change system is really easy to use. It comes with the rubber strap with its own deployment, so you don't have to play around. It just comes on. They sell other color straps, so if you want something else. I keep looking at this going, oh, I kind of missed
a good
that
price
one.
for that.
Isn't it?
Really good deal for that.
That's what I keep thinking.
And the blue one is it's pretty rare. You see black ones and white ones, but not too many blue ones.
You don't see the blue very often. and they sell different colored straps. I'm like, I could always get the red or the orange strap for it as well. It would be kind of cool looking for a summer watch. I don't know, George. What do you think?
For the price, it's not bad. To be honest with you, for makes, I think you could do a lot worse than that, Mark. To be honest.
These skylines on Chrono 24 for 2022, 2023s are selling for more than this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, this just seems like an exceptional deal. This is an April 2025 card, so this watch, I guarantee, was worn once.
Yeah. And what's the MSRP? $9,000, $10,000?
I think it's $9,500. I think it's $9,500.
Yeah. I think,
oh my gosh.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's just such a good deal.
It is. You can't beat that.
No. And I like the watch because I owned one.
This is what I'm saying. It's like there's such a good deals on these nice watches that these days it's good to see, because back in the heyday you couldn't get this under MSRP, even like 2021, 2022 with all the hype, right?
Right.
It was bringing up all these brands, and here's a great entry for somebody who wants to get into the watch hobby. I mean, what's your downside on something like that? Maybe $600, $800,
$500-$600 maybe.
Right. Yeah. So what's your downside?
And that's really if you've sold it quick. You know what I mean? Like if you were just looking to sell it quick. The bracelet's outstanding on this watch. The back is really cool because it has that star rotor.
Yeah. Looks good.
It's got that 10 seconds. It's an El Primero movement. It's got the 10-second counter for instead of seconds. And it's a beautiful watch. It's a beautiful mix of brush and polish. It catches the light really, really cool. I got a lot of compliments on that watch.
The dial is nice. It has the textured dial looks really good too.
Yeah. Let's see. It's got the little 4-pointed stars for the texture.
I think he has a couple of Vacherons on his website too. Doesn't he? He usually has them.
He does.
Oh, I love that rose gold. God,
that rose gold is.
I love that watch. Gosh,
that's killer. That is killer.
Yeah, that's a beautiful watch.
And what year is it?
There's one on European watch for 55.
Yeah,
same watch.
And this is what? How much is this, Mark? I'm not.
51,950. It's got a February 2023 card.
Yeah. And those things, I believe, are well over 60s now, right? 65?
Yeah, mid to high 60s.
Yeah.
You get the
I remember a while back he had the Everest on there, and that sold pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Anything else in the Vacheron line that looks pretty cool?
You got a
now that Pete got one, I'm kind of looking at him.
He has a 4520 there that's a pretty high price.
Yeah.
What year is it?
25.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's why. Okay.
Yeah. Is it a black dial, blue dial? What is it? White dial?
That's blue.
What is it? Oh, blue. Okay.
Yeah, sought after blue dial.
Not bad.
Yeah. Yeah, that's got an April 25 card too. I wonder where, I always wonder, during the hype and when people were buying and selling so fast, I understood. Are people really buying for, when I see these watches that are damn near brand new, and I think, are people still buying for to get other things?
I think people are like that Vacheron had to be a gift that somebody didn't like or didn't fit or something like that.
I can't imagine somebody getting this and flipping it immediately, right? Because I would think you had to have I know for a fact you have to have a purchase history to get this. to get this blue dial watch, don't you? You got to have a pretty decent.
You have to have a
history.
purchase history, and I'm sure you took, you had to take a bath on it.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Here's
Amazing.
Brian's watch. He's got Brian's watch,
Mm.
the Mercedes Patronus. That's basically the same as that one we saw on Tropical, but in the titanium with the.
Didn't you own one of these, Mark?
I had the original AMG. It was a 43 millimeter with the carbon fiber dial.
Mm-hmm.
The bracelet stunk on. It really did. It was really light. It wasn't a bracelet. I mean the strap. The strap stunk on. I just saw one of those somewhere. Hold on, let me see if I can find it.
Don't try too hard.
Don't try too hard. You might buy it by accident. There it is. Hold on. I found one. Yeah, I had this one with the carbon fiber dial.
Nice.
Cool.
But the strap was terrible on it. It wouldn't stay clasped. It was kind of annoying in that way. The back was cool with that smoked sapphire with the AMG symbol over it.
They ruined it with the AMG symbol.
Yeah, it's hard to see anything because
It's in the way. Yeah.
it's right across the middle. But the dial was really cool with the carbon fiber. But the clasp, it would come undone. It was annoying. Clem, good to see you.
Hey, it's been a while since Clam showed up.
Yeah. I haven't seen the Clam in a while.
Yeah.
I mean, one more upvote for 30. I like to get to 30, guys.
So anything else on Nashville Watch that looks good?
Yeah, it depends on what you like. I mean,
Well, there's some. I remember he has quite a few Daytonas on there, right?
yeah,
If I'm not mistaken. Two tones and I think he has the aluminum bezel Daytona under the 16520. Last time I checked. Right? Or has it been sold?
That might have been sold. 116520.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
Now I'm at my computer now. Yeah. New old stock. Looks pretty good.
warranty card dated 3/2016.
Not a bad price.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't care what anybody says. I like the black better than the Panda.
Yeah, the one Harry unboxed last week was beautiful. I mean, I wish they were. You know my thing. I wish they were bigger. They don't fit the wrist very well, but they're good looking watches. That black one that he unboxed last week was exceptional.
He's had that. There's a mother of pearl Daytona white gold. He's had that for months.
That's been there a long time. Yeah.
Right? Am I right? Am I correct, Mark? Yeah.
You are correct.
Oh,
I'm not sure how I feel about it.
I think it would be fine if it didn't have those diamond hour markers. You know,
With
I think it would be a little bit better.
The diamonds. Yeah, when I tease you guys and say they're ladies' watches, well, that one really looks like a lady's watch.
But it's like I said, with all the price increases, you just wonder, the pricing.
Has anyone seen a land dweller at any ADs?
I haven't.
I haven't.
Yeah. I tried on a Cubitus a month or
Oh,
two
did you?
back when I was visiting my son in college and his friends.
The
There's
original
a
size
Patek.
one or the smaller one?
Yeah, no, the original.
How did it fit?
And in all honesty, I'd much rather have Brian's two-tone Nautilus 100
Okay.
times more. Yeah, I just thought it looked weird, and I don't know. There's something about square watches that just I don't know.
I don't mind a square watch, but that watch just doesn't do it for me.
No.
Yeah. Have you tried one on, BW?
No.
Yeah, you should go try one on if you're near a Patek AD, and then your deepest fears will be confirmed.
My wife will encourage me to go do that then.
Yeah.
There's no ADs anywhere near here. I have to go really, really, really far away to find something.
I think my watch channel and I would concur that there's nothing near us in span of a few hundred miles.
Yeah.
There's I saw a 5935 steel time chrono. I can't remember where I saw it with the salmon dial.
Uh-huh.
The world time. It was, I believe those retail mark, if I'm not mistaken, at like 65, 66. I saw it somewhere for 55. Brand new 2025.
Yeah.
I really like that watch, though. I like that watch.
It's a good-looking watch.
5935A. Love that watch. It looks real nice. I like it better in the salmon than I do the blue.
Okay.
And I think it was, I don't know where it was, but it was like 54.8 or something. And I think the MSRP is in the mid to high 60s before taxes. You know.
What was it again?
Oh, 5935.
Patek 5935?
Yeah, it's the world time. It's the new release of the world time.
Let's pull it up here. It's a beautiful watch.
Yeah. What's the MSRP on that? Was it like 65?
68,110.
Oh. So with taxes, you're looking at about $72,000.
Yeah.
I saw one, I just can't remember the website, but I saw it. It was full box and papers. It was 2025, and it was like sub 55,000.
That's
like
really nice.
54.8,
Wow.
54.9, you know. And I like this better than I like the blue dial version of it. You know,
I agree.
You know, it looks real nice.
Yeah, that's a stunning dial.
Yeah. And it's the same configuration on their website as well. I think it's the same tan strap and everything.
Nice.
Is it a 42 millimeter or is it a 40? What is it?
Let's
41,
go.
right?
It's 41.
41.
41.
Yeah.
That's a good size for that.
Yeah. Oh, I like that watch.
Yeah, it's a pretty watch.
BW. I almost bought a. Go ahead.
That's a color that's not going to go out of style. That color will last forever.
Yeah.
I almost came close to purchasing a datograph from.
Whoa.
Yeah, we were off by about $1,500 on the price. A platinum datograph.
You've been looking at that for a while.
Yeah, you have.
Yep. I've been looking. We were $1,500 off. It had a service in 2021. It was the old version with the 39 millimeters, not the new one. And we were about $1,500 off. So I should have pulled the trigger. And then, of course, as soon as you go back and look, it's sold. You know,
of course,
for $1,500. You know.
Yeah.
I think my wife was more angry at me than I was at myself because she sees it all the time. I'm looking at it.
The thing is, though, that it's $1,500 at the end, but it doesn't start out at a $1,500 difference. So,
BW, you're not going to believe it, but it was the original they put on there was 79,000. Okay,
Ooh.
and it came all the way down to sub 70, if you could believe it.
Wow.
Yeah. Hey, there's somebody in the chats I haven't heard from a while.
Okay.
Cajun. Yeah, Kent. Oh my gosh, it's been so
I haven't
long.
seen Ken in a long time. Yeah, Ken.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
The Raging Cajun from NOLA.
Yeah. Good to see you. In case you missed it, go back. BW unboxed a beautiful Vacheron Constantin overseas, and I showed off my new Timex, and you got to see a live shot of Sherman the blind double dapple dachshund. What a show! Almost up there with last week's Daytona unboxing from Harry.
So, anyways, I saw this and I was looking at the data graph, and I'm like, well, I might go after this one versus
It's
the
a
data
beautiful
graph.
watch.
Yeah.
But here's my only question on this watch for you, George.
Yep. Let me have it, Mark.
Are you still going to be looking for a data graph?
Yeah, I know. I know. It's absolutely amazing what has happened to Longo in terms of like the new data graphs are over $100,000 in platinum.
Yes.
Over $100,000. Imagine, and in 2021, I remember when the data graph platinum was like 83, and the precious metal ones, the yellow gold or the rose gold, was like 68.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden they jacked up by almost $40,000 on the platinum.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. And then you could get it on the gray, and I like the 39 millimeter because it's more true to the original data graph, because that's
right.
what the original data graph was, for sub 70.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy.
But it is a thick watch.
Well, I mean, it is, but I like that. That to me, that's not a negative. Let's watch the video on this one. See what we got here. It is gorgeous. There's no doubting that.
And Kent, I do not own my Chopek Frozen Star anymore. Sorry.
Yes. No, that's been a while, hasn't it?
Yeah. But anyways, I thought I'd just kind of see what you guys thought. That's what I'm
I really like this watch. Yeah. Like I said, my only question is, would this watch satisfy you enough that you still wouldn't be chasing after a data graph?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know what it is, Mark. I think BW can concur. Once you get to the, once you've completed the chase, then another race starts, right?
Another race,
like almost the same day. Almost
right.
the same day.
Right. It's like before they even say they're going to ship it to you, you've already moved on to the next one.
That's right.
George, I've bought a watch. I've been waiting for it to be shipped the next day. I've gone on to Nashville that next day before the watch comes in and go, crap, he just got that in?
Yeah, I know it. I've had it, Yeah. Kent, you're right, man. I chase like the F1 races. That's absolutely right. Not as bad as Brian, but God, right up there,
Oh, I mean, who wants to be as bad as Brian at anything?
Exactly. But it's interesting. And for Doc Mick in Florida, when he saw that they had a Tridor, I saw that too. I saw that. I did see they had a really nice Tridor. But I thought for this watch, everybody's talking about the paddock journey and stuff, and let's be honest with each other. What are the odds of you spending $500,000 on paddock to ever get a 5990 or a 5812 or anything like that? You know, it's just
zero
chance. There's no chance. You know, and if
What
you think
does
you're
it go for on the gray, like on the secondary market?
which one?
The one that's on the screen.
I told you I saw one sub 55,000. I'm trying to.
That's right. You did say that. Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on.
So,
let me see if I can find it. Oh, here. Yeah, it's on. I don't know if you guys bought anything from this guy, but it's Takua Watches. Have you anybody bought anything from him?
what's the name of it?
It's a TAKUYA Watches. He's based out of Houston. I bought like a couple of pieces from him. We're way back in like 2016.
Okay.
So I'm introducing everyone to all my dealers online.
There you go. Everyone's learning.
Yeah,
all your
Kent
secrets.
knows. Yeah, Kent knows. Yeah.
Let's go to Patek. Oh, there it is. 54,875. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. He's had that for a while, and I thought for sure this would be like sold because that's a pretty damn looking watch, and it's like a March of 2025, full box papers, and it's like, you know, we saw the MSRP 68 with taxes. You're looking at 72, and you know you can probably get this for about 50, 51 maybe. So you save about $25,000.
Right.
That's a $25,000
Yeah,
glass of champagne.
exactly. You know.
No, that's
Can you
beautiful.
pull it up? Can you pull it up, Mark, on the screen?
Oh shit! I'm sorry, I wasn't sharing. I pulled it up. I'm looking at it. No one else is.
Yeah, there you go.
54,875. Nice.
So, like I said, I mean, like, you know, you're never going to get a 5812, 5990, you know, from Paddock. I'm sorry. I don't, you know, it just doesn't, it's not going to fly because you think you've spent 500,000. There's a guy next to you who spent $1 million or 2 million or 3 million, and they've never got it. So what makes you think you're going to get one, you know?
He's got nice pictures of it too.
Yep.
Stunner.
Yeah. And at 55, what do you think the downside is on something like that? Maybe 45, 46?
Yeah.
And it's got a world time and a chrono, right?
Right. And it's got a beautiful strap, beautiful movement.
41 millimeters, which is too small for you, but for the average person.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Really nice.
Like I want to go back here for a second. He does have a 5226.
Mm-hmm. I like that one too. Look at the pricing on that.
Yeah. This is
now,
my favorite watches.
If they had this they have a chrono version of this, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, if they had this in the chrono, I'd be interested.
Yeah.
I like the dual time version.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I was. Yeah, dual time. That's what it is. Yeah.
That's what it is. Yeah, it's a dual.
Yeah, dual time. Yeah.
Is it a 5326 or a 5236? I can't remember. It's the dual time.
It has
And then
the,
you see the
it has the hidden GMT hand.
Yes.
Yeah. And then I think he has a 5212 that's pretty nicely priced too. The 2023. He's got two of them, and I thought it's pretty fair.
Top row here. Yeah, 34,875
Yeah.
for 2023. Beautiful watches.
Yep.
And then he's got
Good pricing.
one's a 25. That's probably a better deal at 36,875
For the 25?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well.
What do you do?
What do you do? A lot of nice watches, a lot of good pricing.
Yeah.
Can't have it all.
No, where would you put it?
That's right. Exactly.
Let's see what he has in IWC there, George.
Oh God.
Oh, he's only got 3.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Occasionally, I've seen him have the Lake Tahoe edition.
Okay.
You know. Yeah.
He's got the woodland green, which is the green version of the Lake Tahoe.
That looks pretty cool, though. If you ask me.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
He's got a, let's see, he's got some Laurent Perriers.
That he does. And you know I love LF.
Yes. Boy, this seems cheap. Oh, it's titanium. It's not precious metal, but still seems cheap. 28,675.
Oh yeah.
That just seems like a deal, George. Am I off?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure those are probably. I think the one that I paid. You know, you don't even want to know, and it's not worth half of what I paid. But well. But I believe these classic origins are the entry level pieces. The micro rotors are the more expensive ones. So I think these are about 34, 35.
Yeah, that's still a good price for that.
Yeah,
It's brand new.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Doc, he said he tried on the gold version of the Sport Auto. I actually tried on the Tourbillon version, and that was very nice. The LF, that was way above my price range. They, like I said, LF is one of those where you got to appreciate it to wear it. So
yeah,
not for everyone.
Oh my! Let's see.
Can we look at Longa real quick? See if he's got anything good. I haven't been on his website in a while. See if you see anything.
No.
Yeah.
Someone else to keep an eye on. See, introduce me to a new site.
Yep. There you go.
Here's your watch, BW, the 40 millimeter Explorer.
That's $1,000 over list.
So I thought that watch was right around $8,000 now.
Yeah, but it's $8,200, $8,100, something like that.
Nice looking watch, B-Dub.
Yep, it is. Yeah.
Classic. Absolute classic.
Where is he getting all these brand new watches?
Yeah. That's what I always wonder. Where do these things come from?
Obviously people are flipping them up,
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're flipping them for a loss.
Yeah. Maybe they're AD. They can't say no when the AD calls, right?
Yeah.
Can't say no, so you might as well buy it.
Maybe you could do that if you're breaking even, but would you do that at a loss? That seems kind of crazy.
Well, it is. I think what they're thinking is if you're taking a loss on this, you'll probably get something better later on, right?
Yeah.
And a small loss for a Daytona is probably worth it, according to many people, right?
I don't see it.
I always like this watch, this chocolate Datejust.
You couldn't give me that watch.
You couldn't give me that watch?
You couldn't give me that.
No.
I don't like that at all.
My wife has this watch in the 31 millimeter with diamond bezel. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh.
This seems like a good price for this Meteorite Dow Pepsi. 53,875.
What year is that?
23.
23.
Not bad. And what's the MSRP on that now? Is it 45? 46?
Something like that.
Right?
It just went up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Good looking watch.
Absolutely.
It's
got a plug.
Does he have any
that Sky Dweller there is a decent price. The white Sky Dweller?
17,675, yeah.
Does he have any APs, Mark?
Let's see.
Just to see how far AP.
He's got a bunch.
Is there a yellow gold, rose gold one up in there anywhere?
Rose gold on a bracelet. This is a 21.
15, what? 500? 400?
15,500.
Oh. Nice looking watch.
Yeah, 72,875.
Isn't that about MSRP on that?
I have no point of reference on those.
I believe it's roughly about MSRP.
Yeah. It's got one down there. It looks like it's all stickered.
That's ladies, isn't it? 34?
Yeah, 34.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the one with the ceramic bracelet?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's beautiful.
Interesting.
Beauty.
Well, a lot of nice looking watches, but I still think that that Patek that we saw, the 5935 is a showstopper.
Yeah, I think that's the winner.
Yeah. Although that 5226, the white gold, looks pretty amazing too. Pretty simple. You know, these days I just like to have watches where you can wear a dress shirt with and a suit, and also like maybe a tank top or just a casual shirt. You know, you can go between the two. So, but yeah, I'm just shocked that World Time is like $25,000 below MSRP. Unbelievable.
16K. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what do you do?
Yeah,
the Patek journey is a journey not meant for me.
Nope.
That's a hard pass. You know, all these journeys, the RM journey is not meant for me. Patek journey is not meant for me.
Everybody wants you to go on a trip.
Yeah. Everybody wants to, you know, it's called, you know, like I think AC/DC had a song. It's called Highway to Hell. You know?
Highway to Hell.
Exactly.
Hey, it's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll.
Right. Or back in the day, Sin City Jailbreak, right?
Yeah.
The good times. Oh, well, we'll see. But no journeys for me, that's for sure. Don't have the time, don't have the capital, don't want to get involved in it. You know.
Highway to Hell.
Yeah, there you go. But,
all right, so we got about 2 hours, and we're at 3 hours. So I want to thank everybody for coming on. Thank BW and congratulate BW on the amazing new pickup.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Congrats, BW. That's an awesome pickup.
That is,
Thank you.
one of my all-time favorites. So,
and just think, you didn't have to buy a whole bunch of Vacherons to get that.
There you go.
And I came back just in time to say goodbye to everybody.
See?
All right, Brian. Good night. Good day.
Brian, you have a good time with the granddaughter today?
Yes.
Yep. Everybody have fun. Bye.
Enjoy your day.
Bye. All right. On that note, everyone have a great weekend. Be safe. Stay healthy. Mark, stay healthy. Stay out of trouble. Don't overexert yourself. Drink plenty of fluids.
Lots of fluids. Still taking those diuretics. That's why when I have to go to the bathroom, I got to run.
Oh, are you taking? Is that LASIK?
Yeah.
LASIK? Oh yeah, my mom takes that. Oh, what a nightmare.
Yeah.
You got to just make sure you watch your weight.
Yeah.
You know?
Good to see you, George.
Good to see you, BW. It's always good to see you, and congrats on that beauty. And we'll see each other soon. And Mark, take care of yourself. I'll see you
George.
all next week.
Absolutely. Thanks for coming.
Take care, everyone in the chats. Kent,
Bye,
Doc,
George.
Nick, everyone. All good to see you guys. Take care. Bye-bye.
So BW, I'm planning probably a month or two, take a weekend, come down, visit my friend Jen in Orlando and get together with, see if Mathis can come over and Brian. I was hoping maybe we could get together with you as well. That would be fun.
Maybe, let me know when it is, and maybe I will drive down there in the Porsche.
Yeah, that would be cool. That would be very cool.
It would.
And again, everyone, don't forget to say something nice to someone, do something nice for someone, and be the light you would like to see shining from others. Make a change in the world by being a good person. Kent says, bye, Brian, the Swatch guy. Good to see you, Kent. Always, I haven't seen you in a long time. Doc Mick in Florida. And yeah, bye, guys. And tomorrow is Memorial Day. Remember to keep that in mind. I'm going to play my little Memorial Day thing I've loaded up here this morning, and then we'll head on out. So here, let's remember what tomorrow is about. It's a salute to the fallen.
Some time back, I received in the name of our country the bodies of 4 Marines who had died while on active duty. I said then that there is a special sadness that accompanies the death of a serviceman, for we're never quite good enough to them. Not really, we can't be, because what they gave us is beyond our powers to repay. And so when a serviceman dies, it's a tear in the fabric, a break in the whole, and all we can do is remember. It is, in a way, an odd thing to honor those who died in defense of our country, in defense of us, in wars far away. The imagination plays a trick. We see these soldiers in our mind as old and wise. We see them as something like the founding fathers, grave and gray-haired. But most of them were boys when they died, and they gave up 2 lives, the one they were living and the one they would have lived. When they died, they gave up their chance to be husbands and fathers and grandfathers. They gave up their chance to be revered old men. They gave up everything for our country, for us. We owe them a debt we can never repay. All we can do is remember them and what they did and why they had to be brave for us.
Thank you, BW. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I do appreciate it. We'll see you next week. We're going to lucha our way on out of here. Remember, have a great Memorial Day, and we will see you guys next week.